Welcome to the Samwelb12 Experience,
where we have you covered for all the NHL action, play-by-play, news, and more. Make sure to subscribe today.
You're watching Samwelb12 Experience.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Holy cow, I can't believe we made it in. What a day, what an evening, but we've got it in. We're settled. I think we got everything set. We're ready to go for this original six matchup, the Maple Leafs and the Boston Bruins. I can't believe we got in. I can't believe we got settled in time before this game started. So welcome in to Saturday Night Hockey. John, how's it going? So what will it be tonight? Overtime, win or lose? God, I hope we're not going overtime again. Every game is overtime. TJ, what's up? Onyx, what's up, buddy? Onyx, I got your email. I started to write you back like 6 times, so I will get a response to you. Shannon coming in with that subscribe. Daniel, what's going on? And thank you for the subscribe. Chris, what's up? Welcome to the show. Welcome and everybody on Facebook that's watching as well. Thank you for being here. Andy, what's going on? Good evening. Andrew is here. What's up? Thank you very much. All right, the lineups for tonight. Let's not waste another moment. Let's get into who's starting and who's not for those pesky Boston Bruins. Jake DeBrusk, Pavel Zacha, and David Pastrnak. Brad Marchand, Matthew Portreas, and Danton Heinen. JVR, James Van Riemsdyk, Charlie Coyle, Trent Frederick, then Jacob Lauko, Morgan Geekie, and Oscar Steen. On the blue line for the Bees, Hampus Lindholm with Charlie McAvoy, Matt Grzelcyk with Brendan Carlo, Derek Forbort for Kevin Shattenkirk, and Linus Ullmark getting the start tonight. And we know Lucic not in the lineup for obvious reasons, what he's going through. Jennifer, what's going on? Celebrating a month as a young gun. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. Jared, what's going on? Pick the Bruins winning. Okay, Ron, what's up? Barry, hello there. All right, for the blue and white of the Maple Leafs, we got Matthew Knies with Austin Matthews and William Nylander back again with this top squad. Tyler Bertuzzi, John Tavares, and fresh off the Hattie, Mitch Marner. And if you missed it, we posted a short of the hat-trick celebration. It was so cool. You got to check it out. On the third line, Nick Robertson with Max Domi and Callie Yarncroc. We got Noah Gregor, David Kemp, and Ryan Reeves in there. And then on the D-line, Morgan Riley with TJ Brody, William Lagesson, Jake McCabe, Simon Benoit, and Connor Timmins. And Andy coming in 1 month as a young gun. Thank you, Andy. Between the pipes tonight, it is Joseph Woll, the Waller, back in there. And some news. Ilya Samsonov is day-to-day battling some illness, so he is not with the team tonight. Martin Jones is going to be the backup. So will we see Jonesy getting into this game tonight? We'll have to wait and see. McMahon also a healthy scratch. We know Liljegren is still out. Klingberg is out. Giordano is out with a broken finger. And of course, Samsonov, we just talked about. Now, Ullmark getting that start after Swayman made 26 saves in a 3-0 win against the San Jose Sharks on Thursday. Woll making his 4th straight start. So I think, needless to say, Woll has that starting job. Dan, how's it going? Welcome in. I just found out my score for my floor hockey game. I did 13 goals and 4 hat-tricks and 3 assists. Jennifer, that is outstanding. Congratulations on a stellar performance there. Now, the question Maple Leaf fans around the globe are asking tonight, will they get some retaliation on Marchand? They didn't do anything last time when Marchand took Lily into the boards, giving him that high ankle sprain injury. Will somebody look to get back at him tonight? We will have to see. Let's see. Davey boy, what's going on? This will be a real test for sure. How was the Maple Leafs game? Jared, the game was awesome. Of course, they won it in the shootout. But it was a lot of fun. Listen, anytime you get an opportunity and you're lucky enough to get down to the arena to catch a game live, it's always a lot of fun. We try to bring you a little bit of what we got to experience there, doing some intermission lives. But it is awesome, and we had a great time. So thank you so much for asking. Lori, how's it going? Good evening. Welcome in, and thank you everyone joining us here on this Saturday night. Now, do make sure you tap that like button. We want to see how fast we can get our likes up to the 100 like marker, because that is a key YouTube metric. So we'd appreciate your assistance getting us up to that 100 likes. So just tap that thumbs up button. I thought you threw your lucky hat. You know what's funny? He scored that goal, and right away the people next to us were like, "Throw the hat, throw the hat." And I'm like, "Not on your life with this." What these things cost these days. It's the first Leaf hat I bought in a long time, and I wasn't prepared to throw it. And there was no way I was making it to the ice from my seat anyway. So I wasn't going to give a fan sitting in the platinum section a free hat. White Canadian Trash Guy, what's going on? Good to see ya. Welcome in. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Just keep the skates down. Yeah, keep the skates down. Keep the skates moving. You know, one of the things the Leafs did really well in the game against the Kraken, at least in the first period, and then it kind of disappeared, is they were skating. That first period against the Kraken, they were skating hard. They were moving the puck, good passing. They were taking some good quality opportunities. You know, at first, when the period ended, they had 17 registered shots. Then they kind of took a couple away. I think they started the second with 15 shots. But they're going to need to do all of that and more today. These Bruins, they had an unbelievable start again. They're sitting right at the top of the division. They need to get a good jump here, and they cannot fall for the games that these Bruins can play. They are pesky, they are frustrating, and they're going to come out and they're going to try and work this Toronto team over. We need guys like Reeves and Domi to not take stupid penalties tonight. You got to pick your spots. If you have a shot to get payback, take it. But don't go out of your way and try to force something if it's not there. We don't want to put ourselves in the box too often and early. Gordon, good evening. Welcome in. Good to see you. Welcome in, everybody. If you are just continuing to come in, thank you so much for joining us. I know there was not a lot of advance notice today. We weren't sure what time we were going to be home. Initially, we thought we might be able to jump in the second period, but things worked out in our favor. We were able to get here just in a nick of time. WB, what's going on? Welcome in. Oh, Canadian White Trash Guy, that would be the sweetest type of revenge. Get it on the scoreboard. Okay, now, because we are just coming in, because we are just getting here, I did not have a lot of time to do my regular social media campaign. So if you wouldn't mind, hit that share button. Drop us out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, Reddit, whatever you use, wherever your communities are. Help us out by sharing the link and telling your friends, colleagues, and communities to come on and hang out with us here tonight. Marty, what's going on? All right, Knies, let's go. Let's get it going. The only problem for retaliating against Marchand is the Leafs will Chris, that's exactly it. And that's what they cannot do. I'd love to see them get payback. I'd love to see them, redeem Liljegren when they were so silent after the injury happened. But you can't take those penalties, because if you take a run at somebody, and the officials know what's going on, the officials know the history here, and they're going to be watching. So if you take a run, if you make a chance, you don't want to get caught. Speaking of the officials for tonight, the referees, Trevor Hansen and Corey Servette, of course, one of the Hansen brothers refereeing tonight. Not really. The lines persons, Steve Barton and Dan Kelly, watching the lines tonight. Dan, not that I heard, but you know what? With some of his antics, it wouldn't surprise. Well, no, it would surprise me. I don't think Boston's gonna make that move at all. Ho, overtime. What's going on? Welcome in. That is awesome. That is fantastic. Grego, what's going on? Joanna, hello there. Welcome in. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. The anthems are just rolling through, and then we are going to drop that puck and get on it. So good job with the likes. Likes are still moving up. We're almost halfway there. Bergeron is a captain according to Siri. Onyx, I think Siri has some withdrawal. No paychecks, let's win. Oh, no paybacks, let's win the game. That's right, Mark. Let's get it done. Let's put it on the board. That W is a whole lot more important. I ran through the Marlies lineup and we have 6 right wingers. The Cub Toronto. Listen, the Marlies are a good squad. You know, if you're in and around the Toronto area, if you ever have an opportunity to go to the Marlies game, they are a lot of fun to watch. So I highly, highly encourage it. There's some good talent down there. 6 right wingers is a lot. That that is a lot. So we'll have to see what they do. Rockin', what's going on? Welcome in. All right, the anthems are done. The lights are on. Let's get to that game screen. Oh, I didn't even log in for I didn't even set this. All right, let me bear with me. I gotta kind of log in here. So what happens when you do things in a rush? And again, welcome in everybody on Facebook. Let's go. Yes, allow. Clickety click, yakety yak. Don't talk back. There we go. All right. Thank you all for hitting that subscribe, hitting that like. Let's play some hockey. Game is on. Here we go. Right off the draw. Boston wearing the white jerseys with the black helmets today. There you doing the little mix and match. This is going to be nice and called. Why is it? Why is it? There's a whistle right off the bat every single game we do. But that's okay. We need the extra moment to kind of get things settled here, get our screens aligned. All right, I think we're good. I think we are good to go. So we got a face-off in the Boston zone. Tavares. Scramble draw. Marner came away with it. Comes back to the point. Here's a snapshot by Brody. It's blocked. Boston's going to send this down. Pasternak, he's going to track it down all by himself. Wall has to come out of the net. He can't catch up to it. Wall gets it over to Riley. They play it up along the line. Tavares there to get it. Boston real quick with those stick lifts. Toronto has to be careful with that. John, how's it going? Welcome in. Boston trying to force Toronto to move the puck. Here's Willie. Willie coming in. Some quick changes here in the first few moments of this game. Toronto bringing it into the Boston territory, coming down around behind for Nylander. Lets it go as he was watched by Grizzly. Matthews gets it over to Knies in the corner. Boston's able to clear to the point. They keep it in. Now they turn it over. Here's a pinch by McCabe, and Boston is going to chip it out into their own bench. Not enough right wingers or defense. Defense is the big problem right now. Defense is going to be the big problem. We are relying on a lot of, well, I shouldn't say a lot of youngsters, but we are relying on a couple of youngsters here in Timmins, Benoit, and Lagesson to get the job done. Toronto really needs to do something to get some D coming up in here. Matthews in to take this draw. He's going to get waved out. Nylander coming in to take this draw against Charlie Coyle. Coyle, a good centerman, great at the faceoff circle for the Bees. Thank you so much hitting that subscribe. Much appreciated. Tampa got destroyed. I haven't even looked at the out-of-town scoreboards. I'll have to. Oh, there it is at the bottom. Wow, 8-1. They sure did get destroyed today. Boston's going to win the draw, bring it all the way down, dumping it into the Toronto zone. Lagesson's going to the corner. He plays this up along the left side for Nylander. Nylander takes a swipe and puts it in. Matthews going to split the D. He's going to go in first. Plays it along the board. Coyle there to pick it up. He gets bumped by Knies. And Boston playing it out to the center line. It's going to roll all the way down on Wall. Wall's going to hold on to that, slow things down as Lagesson is going to push Danton Heinen away from the side of the net. And that's one thing I want to see Toronto do a lot in the early moments of this game. If there's a Boston Bruins player in front of the net and that whistle goes, they best be moving. Whether you put them on their keister or you shove them to the side of the net, they got to show Wall they are there and going to keep the traffic away. Jeff 49er, what's going on? Go Leafs go. Welcome in. David Kempf taking this draw against Porteous. He's going to get waved out. So Toronto getting a lot of their face-off men waved out here early. They're going to win it back to Timmins. Timmins plays this over to the right side of the ice. Here's a cross-ice pass to Benoit. Benoit, he's going to carry this one in. Fights off a check, cycles it around behind, gets caught up in the skates. Sheldon, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Much, much appreciated. Going to bounce this off the boards. Toronto back in their own zone. Playing it up to the middle. Here's Gregor sending it over, and it's chipped in for Kempf. Kempf going in there. He's got Gregor with him. Gregor trying to pull it out of the skates. Kempf comes away with it. Kempf out in front. Here's a shot by Brody, and that one is kicked aside. Nice little move there. Side of the net for Kempf again. Kempf is cycling around, comes to the line for Brody. Brody going to chip this one in. You know, Reeves not on the ice here, so maybe the projected lineups are incorrect. Maybe Reeves is not going to get into this game. We'll have to keep an eye and see what changes they make. He is listed on the game sheet here. Come up there is Reeves. Now he's on the ice, so just slow to get on that change. Down behind the Leafs zone for Riley. Riley's circling around. Oscar Steen with it, going to put it out. Here's a shot. That's going to be deflected wide. Picked up on the sideboards, played out to the neutral zone, stolen by McAvoy. Here comes Charlie. Look out. Domi had him lined up, just got a piece. Now a shot, and that's going to go just wide. Reeves coming in, taking his man into the corner. So Reeves is on here with Robertson and Domi. We'll have to see if this is how the lines are, the third and fourth lines kind of shaken up, or were they just mixed up on some line changes. We'll have to watch that as this goes along. Boston coming up the middle. Here's Pasternak with it. Pasta, he's going to have it taken away by Lagesson. Lagesson's going to flip that into the corner. McCabe going to chase it down. DeBrusk cycling it down low to Pasternak. Pasternak watched by Lagesson. Tavares coming over to the corner. Boston gets it to the line. It's chipped out. It's a race. Marner trying to go for it, but the goaltender for Boston gets it first. Allmark is going to flip this one down the ice. Marner back. He's going to chip it in for Bertuzzi. He can't get it. Tavares going in there as well. In the corner, Bert's going to throw it down to Tavares. Far side. Tries to jam it in. Nice little play there. I don't know if he actually got the shot on net. Allmark standing tall. He is a big goalie. He does a nice job. So it's going to be tough for this Toronto team to battle through. Here's a long pass up to Knies. Walking in. Takes the shot right on. And Allmark is down and makes a nice stop there. Knies kind of found himself wide open and all along, and he kind of walked in to get a shot off. Some good effort here early. So Allmark working the middle. This season 7-3-1 with a 2.64 goals against and a 9.17 save percentage. That is pretty darn impressive. All right, 60 likes on the board. Great job, everybody. Let's go. We're more than halfway there. 75, next stop on the like bus. Hit that thumbs up. And Facebook, thank you so much for watching along with us. Morgan, what's going on? Welcome in. Right off the draw, it goes on the Boston tendy, and he's going to grab that and hang on to it. So we're going to get another face-off down in the Boston zone. So some good speed here for Toronto early on. They need to continue to work hard. They need to bring up Gaudette, Miller, Villeneuve. So you know what? I really like Villeneuve a lot. I think he's got some great potential, and I'm waiting to see him get his shake. Matthews trying to hold this in at the Boston line. He does. Goes in the corner. Nylander, a little bit of a back check there, and he's pushed into the boards by McAvoy. Comes out to Knies, who tries to get it to Matthews. Comes back to Riley. Riley taking a look. Over to Matthews. Matthews in front for Knies. He's kicking at it. He can't get it. Allmark has it. Knies has 3 Bruins all over him. One of them had him in a headlock. I think it was Forbert had Knies in a little bit of a headlock. But good job by Toronto working around. This is one of the things I liked against the Kraken is they moved the puck well. And so far right now, they are doing a good job at that. Wayne, how's it going? Welcome in. Matthews in to take this draw. He's getting set. About 4.5 minutes gone here so far. Come on, Matthews. Win this draw. We need Matthews to have a solid game in the faceoff circle. He's going to lose that draw. Grandpa the Gamer, what's going on? Good evening. Welcome to the show. Various, hello there. Jamal, what's going on? Down with the Bruins. Coming in the corner. Boston has it. They're going to play this one up through the neutral zone. Benoit's going to pick it up. Nylander, he's going to tip it in for Matthews. Matthews going in. He's getting hooked up there by McAvoy. Goes in the corner, and Forbert knocks it away from him. back over to forward. He's going to set up behind the net there, starting to move it up the right side. Boston, they're going to hammer this one in. It's going to sail past Wall into the corner. Domi's going to put this one back to his defense mate Timmins. Timmins up the middle of Domi. Domi's going to carry this one in. Drops it for Robertson. Robertson was covered there. He's going to tip this one ahead. Oscar Steen was all over him. Yarncroc in the corner. He can't play it ahead. Boston's going to steal. Now they're going up the left side. Too far on the pass. This should be an icing, and it is. This is coming right back into the Boston zone. Monty, how's it going? Welcome in. You have to play a solid 60-minute game to beat the good teams. Mark, that is 100% fact. It's all about playing a full hockey game. And we've seen Toronto play good 20 minutes here, good 20 minutes there, but they've struggled to put 3 good periods together. Sheldon, what's up? Do you think the Leafs should have gone after Zadar? So, you know what? I'm a little annoyed with that Zadorov trade because he went for a couple of draft picks, and Toronto could have made that happen. More on that to come. Victoria, how's it going? Welcome in. All the way down. Laguson's going to pick this one up. Going to play it up. Stolen and brought back. Bertuzzi over to Tavares. Look out. Tavares almost got hit. Gets it back to Laguson. He dumps it in. That's a very good observation there. They do look nervous and a little bit timid, if you will. Tim, what's going on? Stolen by Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi can't turn it around. Allmark sprawling out, making a nice play there. Marner holds it in momentarily. Bertuzzi can't come up with it. Boston's going to roll it out through the neutral zone. Leo, what's going on? Welcome in from Scotland. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Going to be knocked down. Boston, again, just plays this out of the zone. It's going to go all the way back for icing. So on Zadorov, great pickup by Vancouver for a couple of draft picks in different year drafts. And the reason they were able to pull it off is they made a trade. Vancouver sent, was it Bouvier? They sent him away to clear up some cap space. So Vancouver did not need Calgary to retain any salary. They were able to pick up the whole salary. And that's what ultimately got it done. Toronto needed Calgary to retain salary. And that was a big issue. Here's a quick shot. That one's going to sail through the net. Sam, do you think Calgary would have given Tree Living the same? Oh, 100%. Colin, if they wouldn't have had to retain salary, absolutely. Here comes Boston, cutting the corner right on Wall. Wall's going to make that save. Toronto, though, they just didn't have the wiggle room to make the salary work. So that is the big issue. You see all these things on social media, everybody saying, well, Toronto should have given up a first and they could have included a bunch of players. And, they were throwing so much out there. I mean, it was ridiculous. A couple of draft picks and they were they were not high draft picks and they were able to get that deal done. So it's unfortunate Toronto couldn't do it, but it was nice to see he's at least going to another Canadian team, and it was pretty good. Thanks so much for hitting that subscribe button, and thanks for hitting those like buttons all the way around. I wonder if the draft pick is amortized on financial statements. That's funny. Let's see. The Leafs wanted Calgary to retain 50%. Yeah, exactly. Hockey is back on. Mark, you got it. Thank you for being here. Arizona hates that Tree Living walked on the Flames. Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what they do. Listen, the Flames still have a couple D that are restricted free agents or unrestricted free agents that need to get a deal done. So there's still an opportunity for Toronto to pick up a D from Calgary if they're still talking, and potentially willing to move somebody. But Toronto, they're more now desperate than ever with the injuries they've sustained on the D with Giordano, the last one going down to injury. They definitely need to make something happen. The problem is when the other general managers know you're somewhat desperate to make a move, the prices kind of go up. Wall, fantastic start on Thursday. He was, Mark. Wall was outstanding. Austin, how's it going? Welcome in. There, Reeves is in tonight. Sheldon, I probably would not. Listen, Corey Perry is one of those guys, you can't stand him anywhere he plays. And I used to say he's one of those guys I'd like to have on my team, right? But after what transpired, you don't really want to get involved with a player like that. Even though, he's saying all the right things and released a statement and apologizes. I don't know if I'd want him around. Here's Nylander coming in. Nylander tries to get it over to Knies. We got a penalty coming up. Boston is going to take a penalty as I believe it was McAvoy. McAvoy was draped all over Knies, had him tied up with the stick. I love watching Corey Perry suffer Onyx. That's funny. Yeah, he's not what Toronto needs at all. If Calgary trades Tanev to the Leafs, it will probably cost them a third rounder. Yeah, and you know what? I'd be okay with that. I would be okay with that. I'd give him a third rounder for this season. Listen, we need to get it done. If we could sign him to an extension, great. Why is McMahon getting scratched so much? Fourth line. Overtime. That is a very good question. Richard coming in with this chat. Thank you so much. The 20 pounds. Evening Sam, fingers crossed for tonight. Richard, absolutely. It's been a good start. Let's see what they can do on this power play. Toronto has it. Pass across to Matthews. That hits the stick and gets knocked down. He keeps it in. Marner puts it in front to Nylander and puts it wide. Nylander tries to go off the side of the net. Can't do it. Tavares grabs the puck. Gets it back to the point. Riley looking to set it up now. He's going to draw some traffic over. Nylander cross ice in front. They shoot and that one off the post. Marner dinging the iron. He's been hot lately after his Hattie last game and almost put another one in there. Boston's going to pick it up, and it's Coyle that sends this one all the way down the ice. Again, thank you, Richard, so much for that super chat. Leafs have a wholesome vibe and Perry. John, he would, absolutely. Here's Marner over to Tavares. He's going to cross the line. Tavares gets it over to Riley. Riley has to do a little dipsy-do to get it around. Putting it in, and Nylander taking the shot, looking for the tip. That one goes wide, and it's going to come all the way out. Halfway through this power play, Leafs able to get a couple of shots off. Back to pick it up. Here comes Marner waiting for it. Marner still wearing the visor after taking the puck off the face a couple of games ago. Domi, he's going to chip this one over to Bertuzzi. Toronto now having trouble even getting into the Boston zone. The Bruins doing a nice job on the kill. Timmins up to Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi, he look out. Where are you passing it to, Bertuzzi? Knies passes it back, and that misses everybody. Domi's got to pick it up. Toronto has just killed off 30 seconds. Domi almost gave it away. Domi almost gave it right to Zaka to walk in all alone. Yikes, that was dangerous. Here's dropped off to Domi. Domi moving ahead. He's going to get it in. Bertuzzi now trying to cycle it through, and it's called on the offside. So it took Toronto 45 seconds to cross the line, and they come in on the offside. And there's Marner's mom. Marner's mom getting in on the action, trying to hype up these boys and get them going. That's something I haven't talked about yet tonight. If you're new to our streams and you're just coming in, you are earning points just by being here, and you can check your points at any time by doing ! points in the chat. Once you earn enough points, you're able to redeem them. Like Daryl there, bring up Carlton the Bear or bring up Marner's mom. There's a whole slew of redemptions that you can use. Domi in to take this draw. Cats, what's going on? Cats, I do. I got to come up with one. Here's Robertson. He's going to bring it in. Toronto setting it up. Look out. Turning it over at the line. Falling down. It's a 2-on-1. Short-handed. Here comes Boston. Walking around. Coyle trying to put it in the corner. Marchand is going to get taken to the boards by Nick Robertson, of all people. Coyle going to feed it through, and this one is tipped out. So the power play has expired. We were back at even strength. Toronto's going to pick it up, cutting through the middle. Going to walk in as Kempf. Kempf has it knocked into the corner. He's there first to pick it up, though. And here's Reeves, who takes a run at Marchand. Marchand was in the corner. Reeves saw it, and he didn't get all of them, but just got a piece. Cats, great to see you. I'm against the Leafs dealing with Calgary strictly because Calgary made the Leafs overpay due to... Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of political stuff that goes on with that. Here's Gregor with a shot. It hit Allmark. It trickled through him, and Boston was there to pull it away. Nice job by Gregor. Gregor has been looking so good. I said it the other day. Here's a shot that's blocked. It's up in the air and out of play. Gregor, I think, could be a steal for the Leafs. He's definitely one of the bright spots for the Leafs this year. Absolutely love what Gregor is doing. There we go. 75 likes on the board. We're now on the path to 100. If you have not hit that like yet, give it a clickety click, click, click. We'd love for you to help us hit that 100 like marker. And of course, if you're not yet subscribed, we're on our way to 90-50. So go ahead and hit that subscribe as well. Toronto putting some big hits in. You know what? They're making good hits. You know, they're not taking selfish hits. They're hitting where hitting is available. They're not taking runs, which is what I like to see. Here's Benoit. He's going to flip this one in. Tavares going to give chase. He's in there. Hello. Welcome in on all platforms we're streaming on tonight. In the corner, digging for it. Bertuzzi has it taken away. Boston's going to try the other side. And here comes Marner. The little stick lift. He gets it over to Tavares. Tavares walking to Bertuzzi in front. Shot's going to go just wide. Can't get it in the corner. It's picked up by Lauko. He's going to pass this one across to Zaka, and it's going to be sent up the ice. Turned over. Here comes Marner. Marner walking in. He's got men with him over to Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi drops it there. Marner blows a tire and goes down. Bertuzzi, a lazy pass, and he gives it away. And here comes Boston back the other way. Cutting through the middle, a shot wall with a big save, but a big, juicy rebound and a diving play. Toronto's going to knock this one out. They knock it out of their own zone. Boston coming back around to get things set up. Brett, what's going on? Here's a shot and they score. Oh boy, would he love to have that one back. Boston just walked in. Pasternak, just a lazy little snipe, and he's going to pick the top corner on that one. My goodness. You know Wall wants this one back. He just is a quick release here by Pasternak. Just caught Wall, and that's up and over the shoulder. Wow, what a shot by Pasternak. One of the greats in this league. Love him or hate him, he can shoot this puck. Dallas, what's going on? Welcome in. Great to see you. Oy vey, that is right, Richard. Oy vey is right. He just missed it. Mark, what's going on? Welcome in. Mark, should we blame that one on you? So let's see how Toronto responds here with 9 minutes left to go in the first period. Nylaner going to chip this one back. It was a good start. Toronto was really controlling most of the play, but that was just a miss. Pasternak picks up his 14th goal of the season. Going to roll this down. Marchand is a cheap shot with Tim. I can't disagree with you. Coming in, Allmark making another little save there. Boston's going to play this one out. Brody putting it right back in. Toronto's got to tag up. They're getting set. Boston going to carry it out the right side of the ice. Going to dump it in. Wall is out to stop it. He's going to play it over to TJ Brody. Brody up to Riley, back to Brody. Taking a look. He's now settling in behind the net. Curling around, back over to Riley. Toronto, you got to get moving your feet. Robertson going to tip this one in. Yarncroc sending it around to Domi behind the net. Domi tried to go back in front to Yarncroc, but it hit the side of the net. McCabe pinches up, and Boston's going to chip this one out. Back to pick it up. Here's Lagesson. Lagesson right up the middle. Nice little move there by McCabe. McCabe's going to carry this one in. Dropping it back. Domi, he's took a swipe at it. Yarncroc at the end of his shift, he kind of missed it. He's going to go to the bench. A little bit of a slow change there by Toronto, and I'm okay with that because they've taken way too many men on the ice calls. Here comes McCabe. He's going to put this one in the corner. Domi, he's going to kind of make a little play there, but has it taken away from him. Lauko coming down. He's going to have it stolen. Nice play there by Gregor. Gregor, man, this guy is awesome. We got to start thinking about moving him up in the lineup. Going to put it across to Benoit. Benoit's going to hit the blue line and dump it in. David Kempf giving chest going in there. Hard in the corner. There's Marner giving an applause to this early start here. Kempfer behind the net. He's going to pick it up, still carrying it in the Boston zone, leaving it to Benoit. There's 2 Leafs and 2 Bruins in front of the net. They could not get the puck over there. Leo, we did. We had a great time. Thank you so much for asking. It was a lot of fun. And we got a call as they were coming into the Leafs zone. The ref's going to blow that one down. Again, Boston with a 1-0 lead. Pasternak putting that shot in. Not yet, Mark. Not yet. Reeves had a little bit of a shot at him, but he didn't get all of them. So they're taking another commercial break, and we are working our way through. We're 12 likes away. 12 likes away. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, kindly hit that thumbs up. It helps us out immensely. As well, go on over and check us out on Facebook. We wouldn't mind going over, just clicking that like button, helping us out there as well. Mike, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, we just made it back, finishing up grocery shopping, heading home to watch. Thank you. Yeah, it's going to be a good game, my friend. It's going to be a great game. Enjoy your grocery shopping. I'll send you my list if you want to pick up some stuff and maybe ship it up to Toronto for me. I got to get to the grocery store as well. Oh, there it is, a wave call. Let's get that wave going. Then maybe that's what this team needs to get their energy back up like they did to start this period. We're going to count it down. All you got to do is find your wave hand emojis, whatever you're watching on. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Hey, get those hands up in the air. There you go. Mark knows what's up. Guy's got it. Morgan's got it. Hey, get the waves going. This is a major battering for the Lightning. Yeah, Lightning got hammered. Nice, Mike. There we go. Everyone's getting those hands up, getting those waves rolling. One of my favorite things about live sports events is always being part of that wave, and I'm glad we found a way to virtually bring it to the streams. It's awesome. You know what? I got to find... Oh, Colin's getting that shimmy in there. Getting that shimmy going. Linda, what's going on? Good evening. Getting that shimmy going with those points. Thank you, Linda. You know what? I got to see. Can I find this? Can I look real quickly? What are the odds? What are the odds? Let's looking for something here real quick. I'll have to check another time. There's too many. All right, never mind. We'll work on that for the next stream. Leafs are off for a little while after this game, so we got time to make some updates. Toronto's going to win this puck. They're going to send it all the way down the ice. In there, right on Allmark. It's going to kind of bounce off the boards. Allmark is going to put a glove on it and hang on to it. 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes to go. B. Disney, welcome in. See the goaltender goal? Yeah, Leo, that was pretty awesome. I know a lot of folks, you either love Pittsburgh or hate them right now, but that was such a nice moment for them. Yeah, goalie goals are so rare, and it's always super cool when you see that happen. 7 minutes to go here in the first period. Boston up 1-0. Toronto needs to get going. All right, we're 4 away, 4 likes away. If you haven't hit that like, hit that like. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe. Boston going to bring it down, dumping it into the Toronto zone. They're going to give chase in there in the corner. Riley is there. Brody's in there with them. Comes over to Tavares, but Jake DeBrusk comes up on him. DeBrusk is going to steal this around. Tavares, nice move. Gave it to Marner. Marner, a little back pass. Kind of bounced off Riley's stick. Marner's going to go back. He's going to settle this one down in his own zone. Coming around to Riley. Riley going to play this one up. It's going to be chipped in all the way down. Allmark stopped it for a moment. Giving this off. Boston getting set up in their own zone. Here's Bertuzzi going to throw it in the corner. There we go. Thank you all so much. Great job getting us to that 100 like marker. Now we let the algorithm kick in and do its thing. Here's Bertuzzi cycling around, giving it back to McCabe. McCabe, he's going to play it up to Lagesson. Lagesson up to Matthews. Matthews coming down the left side. Matthews, he's going to cycle around. He's still got it. Putting it into the middle. Nice pass, but just too close for McCabe. Matthews going to come back defensively, making a nice play. Toronto was trying to line up some hits there. So nice to see the Leafs thinking physically. Here comes Toronto again. Nylander's got to cycle back around, waiting for everyone to get set. They're getting ready. We love to see Willie get going. We love to see Willie get hot. Lagesson's going to play it up. McCabe chipping it in for Matthews. Matthews cycling away from Lindholm in the corner. He's got 2 on him. Gets it over to Knies. Knies circling around. He's going to play this one deep. Willie going in the corner. Knies coming away with it. Coming back with a one-timer that's blocked. Matthews has it. He's going to flip it over to Benoit. Benoit's got to settle it down. Sending it around. Side of the net down low. Trying to play it in front for Matthews. He gets a shot off. Matthews going for the wraparound. Knives with the rebound. Boston's going to clear it to the line. Taking a look. Going to play this into the corner. Knives going in. He's going to chip this around. Picked up by Carlo now. He's going to play it ahead. Here comes the Bruins after a nice flurry of activity there for the Maple Leafs, but they couldn't get one past Allmark. Here comes Benoit. Benoit going to carry it down the left side. He's going to cross ice, flip it in deep in the corner on the right. Toronto trying to win these battles in the corners. Federick's going to tip this one out. Here's Boston coming 3-on-2. This came out of nowhere. Boston coming down. Sharp angle shot. Nice stop. It's going to be kicked out. Wall coming across nicely. Toronto picking up the puck. Lagesson. Long pass up. That's going to get knocked down. If you were the GM, what would you do with this team? Will Sheldon, let's talk about that at intermission. Gonna chip this one in. Toronto's gonna grab it and hang on to it. Cross ice pass. Lagesson gotta get skating. He's gonna hit the red line and dump it in. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the first period of play. Boston with the lead. Reeves coming in on the forecheck. Shattenkirk's gonna pick it up. Reeves is gonna take a penalty. I believe this is what we didn't want to see them do. Wall's going to touch it. Is it indeed going to be Reeves? He's shaking his head. So I assume it is. Are they going to call him for the late hit? So Reeves is John. He's giving it to the official. So Reeves going in. Not a charge, but I guess Petraeus had his back turned. Reeves put him up against the boards. He gets called for, I guess they're going to call it for the hit from behind. I'll give the refs credit, even though it wasn't a thunderous hit by any means, and we see this same hit done about 30 times a game and never gets called. Reeves, he's going to take the penalty. So that's going to put Boston on the power play, which is something we talked about earlier. We didn't want to see happen. We don't want to see bad penalties, and that one is just a bad penalty. All right. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Really, really appreciate it. You guys are helping us out so much by doing that. The refs tonight, it was, where is it? Trevor Hansen and Corey Seivert are the referees tonight. The linespersons, Steve Barton and Dan Kelly. So those are the officials for tonight's game. If you're going to ask me who the video replay judge, I have no idea. Probably worth the penalty to have Reeves throwing some big hits. Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, it depends on the type of hits they take. Right now, both teams are throwing a lot of hits, so it's good to see. Maybe I'm good karma for showing up. Go Leafs go. We'll tie this. Cartoons, let's see. Welcome in, by the way, Cartoons. Great to see you. No Macaulay tonight. We do not have the Macaulay effect. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Again, thank you so much for hitting those buttons tonight. We're here. We're having a good time. My name is Sam. This is the Samwelb12 Experience, where we follow the Maple Leafs and a whole bunch of hockey teams calling our version of play-by-play. So if you like our style, come and join us not only for Toronto games, but all the other games we do. Panthers, Oilers, and more. We just like to have a whole lot of fun. All right, face-off in the Leafs zone. Let's see how they can do. Reeves gets the boarding call. He's in the box. Earl coming in with the goal light, getting that subscribe in. Thank you, Earl. Welcome in. Boston, they're going to win this draw, setting it up. Far side, shot on, tip. And there's a nice save by Wall, and there's McCabe, who's ever so gingerly going to move James Van Riemsdyk away from the front of the net. Coffee with Scream, welcome in. Gotta say, way too much OT. Yes, way too much. Danny T in the house. What's up, Danny? Welcome in. Denver, hello there. Welcome in. If you could sign one of the Tkachuk brothers in Toronto, which one would you sign? Matthew. I like Matthew very, very much. I think he's awesome. Here we go. Trying to chip this one around. Boston moving it up in the Toronto zone. Gonna play it in. Andrew, yes, Sportsnet. Sportsnet is, well, what I get where I am. And Toronto going to get this all the way down the ice. Boston turning it around, looking to set it up. Here comes Charlie McAvoy. He's got his head up, skating. He's going to drop this puck back. Here comes Pasternak. Pasternak bringing it in over the line, threading it through the middle. Nice job by Toronto to cut it off, but it goes right to Marchand, who gets a shot off. It was bobbled in front. Toronto picks it up and clears it out. I think it was Gregor who got a stick on that one and able to get it down. Wow, dangerous, dangerous play there in front of Wall. Here comes Boston again. They're going to drop this back a little too far. They got to go realign. 50 seconds to go. 50 seconds to go on the power play. Boston bringing it up the right side over to Marchand. Marchand going to bring this one in. He has it stolen, and Benoit tried to clear. Marchand knocks it down. Comes to the line, passes it across. Here's another shot by Pasta. That one's going to go high. In the corner for Marchand. Marchand, the king of the stick lift. Over to Pasta with the slap pass, looking for the tip in. It wasn't there. In the corner, trying to play it through. Benoit couldn't get it out. Back around to Pasta. Nylander watching him. Cross ice pass to Marchand. drops it back. Here's Marchand again with a shot, and Wall is going to catch that on the chest. And again, the Toronto defense trying to move Coyle out from the front of the net. So the defense are doing a nice job keeping the traffic away from Wall so he can see these pucks. Tomcat, what's going on? Welcome in. Too many shootouts on top. Yeah, way too many shootouts. Listen, shootouts are exciting and all, but let's put this away in regulation. Just so you know, I got a cold, but I'm feeling better. Oh, Andrew, I'm glad you're feeling better. You keep it up. Keep getting better and better. This time of year, colds are so hard to shake. That's really funny. All I want for Christmas is some overtime. Ho, ho, overtime. You've had more overtime than you can handle the last couple of games. Every game's been going to OT. In the corner, 2 minutes. 2 minutes left to go here in the period. Toronto has it in the corner, trying to steal it away. Coyle is there. He's going to get it to the line. Shattenkirk playing this one in. Penalty is over. Reeves back on the ice. We're at even strength. And it's David Kempf. He's going to flip it down, but it's intercepted. They're going to play it up. Reeves actually cuts that off. Going to play it around. Now he's going to peel off to the bench. Brody plays it around behind his own net. Toronto setting it up. Long ice to the center line and plays it back to Marner. Marner, he's going to carry it in, flipping it to the corner, but Boston knocking that down. Tavares doing a good job. Bertuzzi following up the bouncing potato. In the corner to Tavares. Comes to Marner, but he just can't quite get a stick on it. And Boston's going to play it up and down the ice. This will be an icing call. And with 1:19 to go in the first period, it's coming all the way back into the Boston zone. You know, I will say Boston is not looking as dominant as they did the last time these teams got together. What I find important for the Maple Leafs is to maintain a lead. Yes, they've struggled with that lead very much so. Smile, they should. Pete, what's going on, my friend? Thank you so very much. Appreciate that. Lurker, what's going on? Welcome in. And this is going to come out and all the way down the ice again. Joseph Wall out to play it, so no icing. Going to flip it for McCabe. Too far for him. McCabe's got to get there. Marchand going to take a shot. That's high and over the net. Timmins battling in the corner. It's picked up, and they're going to play this one along. Timmins, McCabe trying to get it back to Timmins, running into a bit of trouble.
Last minute of play in this period.
Last minute of play. Bertuzzi, he's going to try and help. Look out, he's going to spin it back around. Toronto, you're going the wrong way. McCabe back over. Here comes Nylander. Nylander, he's going to cut right up the middle. Nylander, now he cycles back around. Nice little move at the line to hold it in. He's going to flip it across into the high slot. Cannot connect. Brody keeping it in. Turning and shooting, and that's going to go wide. Riley picks it up. He's going to go down low to Nylander, cycling it around for Matthew Knies. He can't get it. Boston's going to cut it off. Boston flips this one up. Here comes Charlie Coyle. Big Coyle going to move this around. That's going to be cut off at the Toronto blue line. Riley, look out. Almost gave that away to Marchand. Tipped in. The referee takes a tumble. He goes down hard in the corner. Toronto going to hold the line. They're going to put it in. Here comes Nylander. A little leg kick and a shot right at the buzzer, and a nice save by Allmark as he was able to get a shot off. Nice little move there. Toronto, they had some chances to come through, and that's going to do it. The first period has officially come to an end. David, what's up? Welcome in. Shop Girl, welcome in. All right, let's go to the studio. Let's have some conversations. All right, here we go. We got to update the scores here. Boston taking that 1-0 lead. David Pasternak is your goal scorer, and that was one that Wall wanted to have back. Pasternak's 14th from Carlo and Lindholm. He just walked in over the line and took that snipe. It was actually a really, really nice shot. But Wall should have had that. All right, your stats for the first period of play. Shots on goal, 10 for the Leafs, 7 for the Bruins. Toronto actually has a pretty good lead in the faceoff circle, 60%, which is something Toronto has struggled with over the last little while. 60% to 40% in the faceoff circle. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. Toronto leading in hits, and I love this number. I'm so happy to see this number. 18 hits in the first period, 14 hits by the Bruins. Toronto also 6 block shots in that period, which is not bad. 4 for the Bruins. This number hurts. 6 giveaways. 6 giveaways, only 2 for Boston. Toronto, though, 3 takeaways and only 2 takeaways for the Bruins. Would like to sleep? Good evening. Welcome in. Good to see you. And ladies and gentlemen, moments ago, our friend and partner channel, Pete McDevitt, in the chat. If you have not watched Pete before, you're missing out. You got to go check him out. He does a fantastic job with baseball, football, does a little bit of hockey. He really has you covered for everything. Check him out, our good friend Pete, over on Pete McDevitt Show. And don't forget, Pete McDevitt Show, The Deuce. So check him out. The Leafs team is a joke. Denver, they're not playing so bad right now. They're playing okay. Now, let's not forget, it was about a month ago to the day, November 2nd, these teams met up again, and Boston was able to take that one 3-2. So hopefully Toronto can get back in here and do something good. But they're playing well. I like what I'm seeing in this first period. A couple hot spots, a couple areas that I'm not concerned about. Noah Gregor. Every time Noah Gregor steps on the ice, he's making things happen. He's looking good. He's making plays, and I'm happy to see it. I don't mind the work that Max Domi is doing. Domi has been holding his own. He did have a bad pass in this period, but he was only on the ice for 4 minutes. Gregor was only on the ice for 3 minutes and 16 seconds. That's not enough. What he's doing, they got to find a way of getting him on the ice more. On the flip side, Marner was on there almost 7 minutes of ice time. Matthews, 6.5 minutes of ice time. Knies at 5.5 minutes of ice time. Bertuzzi almost at 6 minutes. Nylander is over 7 minutes, and Tavares at 6 minutes. So you can really tell, Matthews, Tavares, Nylander getting the ice time, Marner getting some as well. From the defensive side, are you really shocked to hear that Morgan Rielly is almost 8 minutes of play in that first period? I'm not shocked. Morgan Rielly's an absolute stud, and he's playing some really good hockey right now. Even though he was on the ice for that goal, Morgan Rielly doing a really good job. TJ Brody, 7.5 minutes. Jake McCabe, 6.5. 5 minutes for Benoit. Almost 6 minutes for Lagesson. Timmins at 5.5 minutes. I'd like to see Lagesson minutes keep climbing. Listen, Lagesson for almost 6 minutes of play, he's got 3 hits. I really like the job Lagesson's doing for our defense. So we got to find a way of getting him a little bit more involved in this play. Knies has to spread the ice to him out. Yeah, Mark, absolutely. It's so important to do that and make sure that he uses the resources he has. Because right now, that's one of the challenges with this team is you don't want to overplay them. You don't want to tire them all out. Brian, what's going on? Triton coming in. Triton, what's up? Triton getting that shimmy in. Good to see you, my friend Triton. Hope you had a great day in the parks. So thanks for coming out and just dropping all your points, making me have to move. It's hot in here. I had to put the heat on, making me get all up in there. What makes you think the Leafs are playing great? Boston is winning 1-0. Here's the freeze. So Denver, it's not always about the score. And you're probably sitting there going, Sam, are you crazy? What are you on? You don't win unless you're ahead in the score. Well, let me tell you, the reason I say they're playing really good hockey right now is they're hitting. Toronto, the last time they played Boston, they had very, very few hits. They were not playing well. They're hitting, which is a good thing. They're passing the puck well, which is a good thing. They're getting some shots. Not as much as I'd like to see, but they've passed 10 shots. Too many times we're seeing the Leafs end the first period with 5 shots, 6 shots. That's not enough. So they're doing the things well. They're moving their feet, or at least the first half of the period they were. They kind of slowed down in the second half. I like what they're doing. You can't force goals to happen, and you can't score if you don't shoot on net. So they're doing the things well. They're winning some of the battles, right? They're winning some faceoffs. They're doing the things they need to do to be successful. The goal Boston scored, listen, it was a well-placed shot by Pasternak, and Wall just missed it. Nothing you could do about that. It just happened. Want to see Austin be more assertive? Drew, yeah, absolutely. You want to see Matthews get in the game. You want to see him being a little stronger on the puck, making some good moves. It will come. It will come. I like how this team is playing right now. The question is, can they consistently play at this level? I don't think Boston had a good first period. Considering how Boston has played this season, I don't think they have had a good first period. Real quick, let's go around the league and look at the out-of-town scoreboard of what has transpired today. I forgot to do my Timmy's points again. My gosh. Paulie coming on. Try and get Willie going. We definitely want to see Willie get going. All right, the Islanders have a 3-2 lead over my Florida Panthers. Third period just starting there. Hurricanes 2-0 over the Buffalo Sabres. That's at the end of the first. Red Wings up 3-1 over the Montreal Canadiens. I forget who was asking about the Red Wings earlier, but the Wings with a 3-1 lead there. Ottawa 1-0 over the Kraken. Pittsburgh and the Flyers 0-0. Earlier today, the Dallas Stars absolutely annihilated the Tampa Bay Lightning 8-1. The Winnipeg Jets dethroned the Chicago Blackhawks 3-1, and the Rangers pull out the win 4-3 over the Nashville Predators. Who was playing in net? Was it? It was Vasilevsky in net. Ouch, Vasilevsky. Hey, maybe he returned too soon. We'll have to see. Whatever happened to Matthew's Twitter post about getting the team over the top of the mountain? I've seen zero energy from him. I didn't see that Twitter, but I don't remember that Twitter post from him. But listen, if he's coming out and he's trying to, trying to energize, he's trying to, say what he has to say, it's tough. It's tough. They were quicker on Boston. They backed off to play goalie and they let Boston shoot. Since it's far as good shoot. Yeah, I don't disagree. But yeah, Denver, listen, Matthews, and I'm not making excuses. Let's just say that right there. Not making excuses. Matthews is in a tough spot. He signed the big extension, got the big deal. He's going to be around for a few years. He has always kind of had this issue. And it's kind of like Matt Sundin. Matt Sundin, and I compare the two. Matt Sundin, when he played hockey, always looked like he was being lazy. And if you never got a chance to see Matt Sundin play, find some highlights and take a look. Matt Sundin was a spectacular skater, very strong legs, very strong on the puck. He made it look effortlessly. I see that from Matthews at some time. I think Matthews right now is a little frustrated. Saying I love this team, will try my best to get this thing. And I'm sure he does. And I'm sure he believes that. And I'm sure he's frustrated right now. Don't forget, he's always out there against one of the top two lines of the opposing teams, right? And they've kind of figured you can't give Matthews space. So they're getting up on him. They're not giving him a lot of time to make some plays. So Matthews has to rely on some good passes and some return passes to get those opportunities. And I think for a lot of this season, that is where the struggle has been. Matthews is strong on the puck, but he needs a good playmaker to get him set up. Those couple games where he put in those great hat tricks, outside of the power play goals, I mean, he was a recipient of some beautiful passes, and we haven't been seeing that for a long time. Any good goal scorer needs to rely on his teammates to get him in positions to score. With Alex Ovechkin, he's going to sit from the top of the face-off circle to the face-off dot. And he's going to wait there, and he's just going to wait for that one-timer, and his teammates know that's where you get him. Matthews doesn't necessarily have that same spot. He's scored from there all the time, but he likes to move around. He likes to get in the corners. He likes to muck it up. Matthews right now, he's just got to find his way. And so while it doesn't look like he's giving it 100%, he's definitely struggling, but I guarantee you he is working hard. He is definitely in there, and I think he really does care. At some point, someone who is struggling needs to move down and give Gregor a shot with good line mates. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I would love to see Gregor get a good shot. He's probably not going to go to the top line. I would be okay. Listen, I would move Bertuzzi down for a game and put Gregor up there with Tavares. I'd love to see what they could do. Show him some love. He's been one of their better players game in and game out. So consistent. What do you think of the non-response? Sky's the limit. Welcome in, by the way. I was not a fan when that happened last game. I was like everybody. I was disgusted. I was offended. I was upset. I'm like, where is the passion? Where's the heart to stand up for your teammate? It was just ugly. Now, I know Reeves tried to take a shot at him earlier in this game. Right now, they're down in the scoreboard. You can't take a dumb penalty or something because you're trying to seek revenge. But as this game goes on, depending on the score and depending on the opportunities that present itself, you never know what can happen. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody takes a shot at him. Do you think Willie's slowdown might help? Mark, no, I don't think so. I mean, maybe a little bit, but I think he's kind of shown what he can do. And, are we going to say he's worth 10.5? No. I mean, I think he's still probably in and around that 10 million mark where he's going to get. If they could get him for 9.5 for a long-term deal, I would do it in a heartbeat. But I think Willie has shown he's got some serious talent. And no, listen, not everybody's going to score in every single game. The things that Willie was doing during that streak, that 17-game streak, was insane. Listen, there's only 2 players, active players, that have started a game on a 17-game heater, 17-game streak. William Nylander and Connor McDavid. That's pretty darn amazing. So it's going to be awesome to see what he can do. Blah, blah, blah. Last week it was Marner, and look what he did. Only the Leafs score. You listen, that's true. Listen, what Marner did was spectacular. Sandin was the worst hockey player next to Caberlet. I never saw him in a position. Is why Gilmore and Anderson's points tank. Oh, you got to bring up Caberlet. Oh gosh, I didn't mind Caberlet. And again, see, and I know you know the game very well. You watch the game very well, and your opinion on Sandin, who's not very good. Sandin was still a 75 point a year guy, so he wasn't terrible. He was in good opportunities. He had good line mates that got him the puck. Love the pizza bucket. Someone sent me a slice apple. I do. I agree too. I like pizza on there. It's better than TikTok. Get that Canadian staple on there. Although I will say pizza has gotten better. A couple years ago, it was dreadful. Tanner, what's going on? Who he cheap shot? Tanner, so it was Liljegren. Liljegren, if you're referring to Marchand, it was Liljegren Marchand took down, and which is why he got hurt. They both play in a small bubble. Teams cut off the big pass. Yeah, and you know what? It's those long passes drive me nuts. I don't know about you guys, but it drives me nuts when every time they try and pass the puck all the way across the ice, like little short, easy passes to get a breakout. If you keep going across ice every single time, they know it's coming. Based on the size of Marchand, fights, hopefully he gets Domi to do it. Listen, he was getting in there the other day. He's a tough son of a gun. Listen, yes, he's cheap. He trips, he slew foots, he does all the dirty stuff, but he is a tough guy. Make no mistake about it. Marchand is a tough guy. Lauren, how's it going? Go Leafs, go. I can bounce 70 points off a chair with a stick tied to it. That is so funny. I still think the NHL should have a microchip inside the puck. I agree. Listen, they got to do something, right, to help with those plays along the goal line, the offsides, all that stuff. There is something they can definitely do. Christine Hickman, welcome in. Great to see you. Hope you are doing well. Thanks for joining us tonight. Let's see what else we got here. We need a cycle shots from the point. There's definitely a better way we can run our offense. Make no mistake about it. Do you think Votto, Billinger, or both will bring back the Jays? You know what? The Blue Jays are going to be very interesting, Morgan. I'm curious to see how this Ohtani thing is going to play out. I'm gonna reserve my Blue Jay comments till I see how things fully play out, and then we'll see. Toronto needs a big shakeup, and it looks like they're going in that direction. So it's going to be an interesting year for the Blue Jays. That is for sure. How are we playing this time last year? I can't remember. Who do you think needs to change? So you know what, Shop Girl, it's a good point. What we're doing right now, the Blue Jays, the Maple Leafs at this point, they're not playing bad. We watch this team and we look at what people are saying on social media. No blue streak. Yeah, Raymond. Let's not go the Fox puck way. We just want something in there for tracking to make it easier. We don't want to put graphics on the screen. But what the Leafs are doing right now, listen, they've played 21 games. They have 27 points. They're sitting 4th overall in the Eastern Conference. So as much as we're sitting here thinking, oh, they're dreadful. Oh, their offense is terrible. Oh, they're giving up all these goals and yada, yada, yada. Yes, it's all 100% factual, 100% truthful. But they're sitting fourth in the league. Rangers are first with 35 points. Boston is second with 33. Florida in third with 30 points. And then Toronto and Carolina each with 27. But Toronto has, I guess, the tiebreak right now and currently sits in fourth. So they're doing some things right if they're sitting in a good place in the standings. So as much as we're frustrated with some of the things we're watching on the ice, they're finding ways to get points, and they're in a good spot in the standings. I agree. Not everyone can be McDavid or Gretzky. I wish everybody could be. That would make the game a whole lot more exciting. Professional players, they don't really exist. Caberlet was a reliable defeat. He was a solid. Yeah, listen, I like Caberlet. He was decent, right? He played a role and he did his job. He was just like Todd Gill, just like Justin Hall, frustrating, just like Larry Murphy. You know, they always have one of these D guys. Frustrating at times, drove you nuts, but at times they'd make the good plays. Back Alley Burrito, what's going on? Keep up the good work. I enjoy tuning in when the game is streaming. Great show. Thank you very much, Back Alley Burrito. Really appreciate that. How much longer till the period starts? It should be coming on momentarily. We're just waiting to see them back on the ice. And then, you know, we'll be getting right back in there. And look, as we speak, there's a shot. The players are on. I can't tell if this is just replay. Oh, this might just be highlights from the beginning. They're showing kids in attendance. So we'll have to see as soon as we see the game is ready to go. We will get you back over to the game screen. Now, as far as what would I do with this team? That is $1 million question. Lewis, good evening. Welcome in. Leafs need a Darcy Tucker player. Dan, they do. But I think they have a Darcy Tucker type player in kind of a Bertuzzi and a Domi. And we just haven't seen it. All right, here we go. Now they're back. Let's go. Second period is underway. Puck is dropped. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out during intermission. Great conversation. Thank you to those who hit the subscribe button. You guys are really helping us on the move. Let's see what they can do here in the second. Boston has it. Boston now going from right to left. Toronto from left to right. Brody back to pick it up. Look out. He almost gave it away. Tavares, nice job. Marner, he's going to pass this one across. Riley's going to bring it in. Little flip past Bertuzzi. He's going to knock it to the corner. Trying to feed it over to Tavares. Comes free. Tavares in the slot with a shot. Nice save. Rebound. Another shot by Matthews. And it's between Tavares' legs. They're digging at it. And it's going to come free. Tavares is going to kick it out. And it's taken away by Danton Heinen. Heinen going to play this one across. Here's Coyle. Coyle at the line. They're whacking at it. And Boston's just going to knock this one in. Shades of Ian Turnbull. Robert, there you go. Oh, I love seeing those names coming up. TZR, what's going on? Gregor's look good. Shot's going to come up and over the glass. Gregor, to me, again, one of the better players we have here today. Very limited minutes and making the absolute most of it. Then you know it costs them big time. Yeah, oh, you guys still going at it. I love this conversation. Who is on your trade wish list? I actually don't have a particular player right now I'm targeting. We need somebody on the defensive side. Nylander is going to break up that play. Nylander going to bring this one in, trying to cut through the middle, has it taken away. Nylander sticks the foot out, trips down Zaka. He got away with a slew foot, a stick out, or a leg out trip, whatever you want to call it. Here's Pasternak. He's going to hammer one. Great save by Wall. McCabe going to pick it up. Pasternak is going to steal that away from him. What's up, buddy? Going to send this around. The 100th anniversary of the Stanley Cup should have been Montreal Canadiens and the Maple Leafs. Oh, yes, cartoons. Here's a shot off the post. Ringing that iron. Austin Matthews. Coming all the way back, setting this one up. Toronto puts it in. Boston is there to claim it. Getting set up, going to move this one forward. Long pass. Boston trying to come in. Yarncroc is there first. Yarny going to turn this one around. We need a defenseman who can carry the puck. I would rather, I'll be honest, there's an icing against Toronto. I'd rather get a defensive defenseman right now. I don't think we need a puck-carrying defenseman. I think we need more of a stay-at-home defensive defenseman. That's what I'd target. I heard he scored 2 goals in a recent game. Haven't had time to check up on it. Just caught your live stream. Woke up after the end of a week nap and saw your streaming. Oh, well, TZR, thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. You know, we're always happy to have you hang out with us. Who'd you rather keep, Nylander or Marner? Oh, Sheldon, that's a tough question. If I had to solely base it on play this year, I would say Nylander. If I had to base it on the playing over the last couple years, I would probably say, well, I don't know. I'd have to look it down. Nylander has putting up good numbers. Marner has put up decent numbers, but for me, a lot of the points Marner has put up have been because of Matthews. So, you know, if you don't have Marner with Matthews, does he still get 99 points? Tim, yeah, right, exactly. Here's a shot coming through, picked up Boston with it. They're going to play this one down low. Timmins lets it go. Boston has it behind the net. Trying to come out in front, kicking it around. Back to the line. Here's a quick shot all the way back in. Stream more than watching the game commentary is better. Like I'm in the room with Noah's uncle and dad. TZR, that's funny. Thank you. Listen, yeah, we just like to talk hockey. Coming around. Boston going to hold this one in. Toronto trying to get it out. Can't do it. Going to bobble around the side. Boston doing some nice pressure here. Comes to the center ice. Now Toronto lifts this up and out and down the ice. Boston back to pick it up. Wholesale changes for the Leafs. Here comes Domi. Domi stepping on. Pass. He's going to miss everyone. Comes back to Brody. Brody taking a look. He's going to have to go off the boards. Picked up by Ryan Reeves. Reeves, he's going to try and play this in the corner, and he turns over the puck. Reeves taking a high stick in the face. He looks for the official. The front official didn't get it, and I don't know if the back official did. Toronto has the puck. Kempf, he's going to play this one up. Toronto moving it across. No, they are not going to get a penalty. Reeves took a whack right to the gill, right to the face. No call. Big Dog, what's going on? Liz, hello there. Welcome to the show. Side of the net, hanging on to it. They're going to play this one around. Pinching up on it is Lindholm. Going to play to Toronto, going D to D. Brody with it. He's going to spot this one up. Can't thread the needle. Boston walking in. Boston toe drag in the middle. A shot. That one's blocked. Rebound picked up by Boston. Back to the point. Lindholm, side. Trying to make a nice play there for Zaka. Zaka back to Lindholm. Going to pitch it up. Here's Pasternak with a shot. That one sails wide. Toronto's going to get this one out, and they're going to chip it down the ice. Reeves is chasing for it. He can't get there. God, he's so slow. Picked up here. Here's, I can't see, Tavares. Tavares, he's cycling around. Going to play in the corner for Marner. Marner sending it around for Bertuzzi. He could not get it. Nice pinching by Timmins. Marner spinning around. Puts it in front. Bertuzzi and Tavares there. Neither of them could whack at it. Lagesson, he's going to hold this one in. Boston flips it up to the middle. Pasternak tries to glove it and miss. This one's going to drop down. JT, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This one's going to be between Marner's legs. He can't come up with the puck. Heinen's going to bat it. Lagesson got caught. Here comes Heinen. Heinen going to bring it in. Tavares going to whack him. This going into the corner. Tavares getting a little physical, which is what I like to see. Right in front, a tip. Wall is down. He's looking for the puck. Scramble in front. It's going to go to the sideboards. Bertuzzi, he can't catch up to it. Marner going to trap it in his skates. Marner going to carry this one out. Off the boards. Marner trying to turn around. Nice little play, and he can't get around Brandon Carlo. Carlo going to play this one ahead. Boston now coming down the left side of the ice, sending it all the way in. Down on the side, picking it up. This is going to be whacked out in the front. Giveaway right in front. Toronto can't get it out. Shot. That's going to sail high and wide. Boston with it, looking to set it up, trying to go in deep. Matthews going to take it off the shin pad. He fanned on the pass, though. He gives it away. Here comes Frederick. He's going to bring it in. Lagesson goes back in the corner. He's going to flip this one high, getting it out to the line. Knies going to drop it off for Matthews. He's putting it in the corner for Nylander. Nylander going in there. He's got Knives working there, digging it out, trying to get it free. If you're just coming in and joining us, thank you for being here. Make sure to hit that subscribe. There you go. Hit that subscribe. Come in the chat and say hello. And there's a shot right on. They're going to hang on to it. And if you're watching over on Facebook, welcome in. Thank you for tuning in and watching along. Make sure you tap that like button over there as well. Again, thank you all so much. So Pasternak, he's been finding himself in some good positions, getting some good shots off. But Toronto has definitely been taking care of them for the most part. Let me get these numbers updated, actually. So we got a face-off in the Boston zone. Domi, scramble draw. Domi's going to kick it back to the point to Riley. Henry, how's it going? Welcome in. Quick shot, and there's another nice stop. And then we got some pushing and shoving in front. I think Yarncroc was down in front on his knee. Domi was getting pushed around. We got a wave coming up. As they're going to commercial break, I'm going to count it down. All you got to do is put your hand emojis up in the air. In 3, 2, 1. Hey, get those hands up. Put them in the air. There we go. Mark's got it going. Again, thank you so much for being here. And if you're new, if this is your first time streaming with us, my name is Sam. Welcome so much to the stream. This is the Samwelb12 Experience. Why? Because we do it our way, and it certainly is an experience. Now, part of the fun is how you get to interact with us. Not only is our chat and our community absolutely amazing, but you're earning points. Who doesn't love points? You're earning points just by being here with us. You can check your points at any time by typing !points in the chat. It will tell you exactly what you've earned. Then you can click, or not click, you can put little redemption commands just like Triton. Getting that freeze in there. You can bring graphics up on the screen. Dallas bringing out the Hulkster. We got Leaf graphics. We got Boston graphics. We got a lot of hidden commands. So if you've been around, you know some of those commands. You can bring things up on the screen. Sean, how's it going? Slim Kelly says hi to everyone. What's up, Slim Kelly? Lisa, how's it going? Welcome to the show. And everyone else, if I've missed you, I apologize, but welcome in. This is going to be a good period. It's going to continue to be a good period. I like what I'm seeing for the most part. But here's one guy that needs to get going. AM34, we kind of talked about it earlier. He's only got 2 shots in this game. He needs to find himself in some open spots. We, the North, there it is. Dallas bringing out some of the hidden commands. Feel free to use them. If you've got the points, you are eligible to use the redeems. All right, let's flip the hat around. Let's turn the hat around. Maybe that will get some things going. We're top 3 players in the NHL Onyx of all time or right now. Coyle, he's going to lose that draw. Toronto wins it back to the point. Bad pass. Timmins, nice job to hold that one in. Sending this down low in the corner. Boston's able to knock it back out. Coming over is McCabe. McCabe's coming to pick it up. Current 3 in the NHL. Well, McDavid is one of my favorites. The things McDavid does is absolutely unreal. So he definitely is one of my favorites right now, as Allmark is going to hang on to that puck. So McDavid would be number 1. Carter Verhaeghe will be number 2. And right now, Matthew Knies. Matthew Knies is one of my favorite. I love so much what this guy has to do. So McDavid, Verhaeghe, and Knies, the 3 of my favorites right now. But I tell you that it changes as guys get hot and cold and move through. They change, but I would get any one of those jerseys any day. Toronto again going to win it back to the point. Here's a shot, doesn't quite get through to the net. Cycling around Toronto, trying to hold this one in. They can't do it. Boston's going to bring it up. Marchand, little bad pass there, gets broken up and is going to be brought out. Boston puts it right back in. Toronto got to reset. Zachary, how's it going? Welcome in. Here comes Toronto walking in. Matthews is going to drop it there for Nylander. Nylander taking a look. He's going to cycle around for Knies with a shot, and that's going to be missed. Brody's going to hang on to it, bringing it in. Side of the net. You know what, Onyx? Listen, I enjoy Matthews. He's not one of my favorites right now. Nice move there. Pasternak. He gets stopped at the line. Toronto's going to send this down. Allmark comes out to play it. And Allmark, long pass, is going to pass it up. Nylander is going to intercept. Here it comes Boston. Boston walking in as DeBrusk with a shot. Wall makes a nice save. Side of the net right in front. Boston, they score on a beautiful play. Pasternak again You can't leave this. Or was Shattenkirk? No, it was Pasternak. Pasternak, what a beautiful move. Wow, he just embarrassed Toronto. What a move. Who actually, was this actually Pasternak? Nylander curls around. He's trapped. He tried to make a, Toronto had a chance. Pasternak picked this puck up. Oh, it was a feed from Pasternak. Ah, what a feed. Pasternak, a backhander over to Shattenkirk. Shattenkirk forehand, backhand over the shoulder of Wall. Wall was down, trying to slide across. This was an absolutely beautiful play by two veteran great players. Pasternak with a wild backhand pass across the ice, backdoor to Shattenkirk. Shattenkirk makes a nice move, just goes up over the shoulder of Wall. See, that play happens when there's a defensive zone breakdown. Shattenkirk picking up his first of the year. We didn't even play the Boston goal horn there because I was watching the replay. That was a very nice play by the Bruins. Pasternak and DeBrusk getting the assists, and they come right back now with the fourth line. Reeves going in the corner, laying a big hit. Toronto's going to flip this one in. They can't go at it. Reeves has got to come out. Now he does. Here's Boston again, going to come up the left side. They're going to roll this one all the way down the ice. Lagesson is going to chip this one off the boards. It's picked up. Here comes Boston. Little pass in front through the legs of everybody. Back over to Frederick. He's going to cycle around in the corner. He's trying to get some help. McCabe is going to send it around. Lagesson has to go around the corner. He's going to chip this by, but there's no reinforcements. Kempf was in the right position. Reeves coming over to take it away. Lagesson again up to Kempf on the boards, and they're just being trapped. They got to spread out. Boston's going to steal. Big hit by McCabe. Back to the point to Grzelcyk. He's going to chip this one in. DeBrusk moving this one through. Here's a little cross check in front. Boston walking in again, sending it through. Wall going down on his knees very, very early. Boston is well trained. Toronto looks like kids. Toronto running around right now. They are in trouble. Here's a shot. That one gets knocked down. Hockey is going to roll out. Boston going to set this one back up. Reeves going to get off the ice. Boston back in the corner. Pasternak. Nobody watching Pasternak. He walks right out of the corner. Gets a shot on net. Now he's going to feed it through. Tavares is going to pick up that puck. How does Pasternak get so much space? Toronto is finding themselves in a bit of a hole right now. They're not winning the battles anymore, and they've really stopped skating. Here's a break. Bertuzzi diving through, trying to chip it. Bertuzzi was being hacked and whacked by McAvoy. Getting it over to Tavares. Tavares in the corner. Back for Bertuzzi. He loses it. A nice attempt there by Bertuzzi, but just didn't have the stuff. This coming in the corner. Marner. Here's Timmins. Timmins walking in. Pass across. Tried to go back to Bertuzzi. Marner, you just got to shoot that puck, buddy. Bertuzzi is really having a tough game right now. Going in the corner. What I would do, I would move Bertuzzi down, move Gregor up. Let's get Gregor some extra ice time. Coming around in the corner. Timmins watching his man. Bertuzzi's going to chip it to the line. No, he's going to turn it over at the line. Timmins can't get it out. Bertuzzi can't get it another whack. Boston in the slot. Bertuzzi getting a stick on his man, and here comes Domi. Domi has to stop and pop twice. Gets it over to Benoit. He's going to flip this one down in the corner. Boston coming in after it. Domi follows it up with a hit. Here's a long pass. Boston coming up the left side of the ice. Flying down is, I think, is that Morgan Geekie? I can't see the number on his sweater. Yes, it is. Geekie is in there. Brody going to play this puck around. Toronto going to try the other side. Long pass up to Yarncroc. He's going to tip it in, but it doesn't go deep. Boston turning right back around. Going to come up the middle. Here's a shot. Wall got the pad on it. And Riley going to shovel this over to the side. Yikes. Always a hole. That was the lamest attack. It sure was. Listen, Toronto, they've really, really stopped skating right now. Boston is all over them. Here's Marchand coming in. The shot. Nice stop there. Joseph Wall is hanging on to him. There's Robertson. He gets tripped up. Robertson getting caught with his head down. He gets hit now. Matthews coming on. Boston, they're going to put this one in on the left side. Wall can't stop it. Robertson up on the boards. He's going to cut it off. So we got Robertson with Matthews. Or did Robertson just head off? Yes, Robertson's going to the bench. I'm like, that's a weird promotion. Knies going to send it back around too far for Nylander. Matthews can't get it. McCabe up on the pinch, and he misses it. And this is one of the challenges. McCabe pinches a lot, and when he misses the puck, he gets caught out of position. So bad, Leafs fan. We got to looking bad. Yeah, they're not looking good right now. A little nerve whacking right now. Marner, yeah, they got to get things going. 8 minutes to go in this second period. Matthews in the corner, getting it to the line. Here's a shot, rebound. It's right there. Knies so close, shoveling it on net, doesn't get it. Matthews, cross ice pass to Knies in the slot, he shoots. Nice save by Allmark. They're sticking at a score. Austin Matthews. It's a broken play. Everybody's jamming on it. A couple of whacks at it, and finally, it is Austin Matthews who comes up with it and puts that one home. Holy moly, could they give us any more stress? A broken play. Nylander is in there digging. There was a Boston player standing in the crease who made a nice first stop, but then Matthews gets that puck and he absolutely fires it home. Will that be the shot? Will that be the goal that gets Matthews fired up and get him going? Panama continues to play as the new goal song, which, by the way, being there and hearing Panama after each goal was scored really fired me up. I'm glad they're sticking with it. Panama by Van Halen. Let's see how Toronto's going to continue to respond. Will they get their legs going? Those goals can give your legs a little shot of adrenaline. Pasternak going in the corner against Riley. Toronto going to bring this one out. Cross ice pass. Knocked down by Brody. Brody going to skate with it into the corner. Rolling it down for Tavares. Tavares in there battling against Jake DeBrusk. Marner in there. Marner takes a big bump. Comes around to the line. Toronto's going to hold it in. They're sliding in. Lazy pass there. Picked up by Marner. Marner coming back. Leo wants a wave. Let's get those hands up. Let's keep it going. 3, 2, 1. Hey, virtual wave. Get those arms flying in the air. Let's go. About time, Mark says. That's right, but let's see what they can do. 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes to go. Toronto is out shooting them. Here comes Boston Marchand. He's going to take a shot. That's going to get blocked. Back to the point. Boston's setting up. Coming in. That's going to go up and into the netting, out of play. Wow. Ooh, the hands are flying. They're going to go to another commercial break. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us here today for Saturday Night Hockey, Hockey Night in Canada, Hockey Night on the Samwelb12 Experience. Coming up this week, here's what's on tap for you. I mentioned when we were at the game live from the intermission on Thursday, we're going to have a hockey talk, a live hockey talk coming up. I'm thinking maybe Monday. I got to check with the boss, but maybe Monday we'll do a hockey talk where we'll go live for an hour. We'll answer all your questions. You guys throw some amazing questions at us, so we will go live. We'll talk Leafs, we'll talk NHL, and we'll just answer all your questions and have some fun. The Leafs' next home game is not until Thursday. And that is going to be against, I think, is it the Ottawa Senators? Thursday, December 7th versus Ottawa. Then we got Saturday the 9th against the Nashville Predators. Then Monday, Tuesday, back-to-back, the 11th and 12th against the Islanders and the Rangers. So we have lots of hockey coming up over the next couple of weeks, but we have a couple of days break. So we're going to get one of our hockey talk shows in there, and we're going to see if there's another game we can pick up and cover. I just haven't had a chance to look at the schedule yet. So we're going to do that. And get another game. We'll see if there's an early Oilers game or a Florida game or something. We will get going. So lots of hockey to come on the channel. We love to have you guys along for the ride with us. So if you have subscribed, thank you. Make sure your notification bell is checked. It's amazing how many people say to me, Sam, I didn't realize you were streaming. Oh, I missed it. Well, if you hit the notification bell and have your notifications enabled, you'll never miss a stream because it will notify you when we go live. Now, the notifications with YouTube sometimes are a little tricky. They can be a little finicky. If you join our Discord, it's 100% free. If you come into our Discord server, if you're a Discord user, you'll always know when we are live. Blues are playing. Jacob, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, Blues playing tonight as well. 6:48 to go here in the second period. Boston going to pick this one up in the corner. Marchand with the puck. He's going to be watched. It's chipped out. It's stolen. Here comes... Is that Gregor again? Going to be sending this one down, allowing Yarncroc. Gregor's so good defensively. In the corner, Gregor's going to take 2 Bruins into the boards. Attaboy. Yarncroc on the side. This is going to be stolen by Kempf. No, now it's turned over. Going to play this back to Lagesson. Coming up around. All the way down and in. Kempf is going to watch it. Allmark kind of put it in the corner. Boston setting things up. Toronto going to shift some lines around. You got any beers? I know, Leo, I just go with the invisible Perrier. I got the Perrier to get me through this game. Nylander going to bring this one in. Nylander going to play it down in the corner. Matthews is there. Boston going to pick up the loose puck. Toronto's got to be a little harder on the sticks right now, boys. Get harder on the sticks. Quick shot on net. Allmark had to make a nice little stop there. Boston with the loose puck. They're going to pick it up and start the move. Here they come out. Some more line changes taking place. Toronto sends it to the line. That's going to miss everybody. The ref says no icing. So Allmark is going to come down and set this one up. Toronto getting lots of shots, really out shooting Boston, but Boston has 2 beauty goals. Allmark picking it up behind the net, going to send it around. Toronto cutting it off, taking a shot at the open net and misses it. Allmark was sliding across. Toronto tried to go upstairs at the net. They could not hit it. Bertuzzi with an opportunity there. Lagesson puts it in. Allmark comes out to hold it by the hash marks, and that's going to be blown down. A flurry of activity there. Little giveaway. Allmark had to be careful. Scrambling back in there. They're going to go to another commercial break as Toronto finding some legs as we thought they would after that goal. They're getting some more opportunities. Let's see if they can keep it up. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe and all the likes tonight. We are 9 away from 90-50. So if you have yet to hit that subscribe button, go ahead, hit that subscribe. And if you're new, if you've never watched with us before, come in the chat, say hello, and let us know where you are watching from. We'd love to know. But thank you so much for joining us. I still say trade Matthews, Marner, and Nylander for players you can't push off the puck. Yeah, I think that's easier said than done. While there would be a lot of people who would love to take those players because of their salaries, it makes it very, very hard to do. Very hard. There you go. Open the net, big miss. Yeah. Dallas 3 hours northwest. I know that, Dallas. But again, thanks everybody for coming in. It's been a fun game. It's been a back and forth night. Boston, of course, has that advantage. Right now, they have a 1-goal lead. Toronto trying to get in there. Ron coming from BC. Welcome, Ron. Dallas isn't in Dallas. Life's a lie. That's right, Onyx. There you go. Robert in the lose. So we are at Arizona. Nice, Jacob. In Arizona. All right, let's see what these guys can do, how they can continue to do it. There you go. Chris is also in Chris, I don't know if I knew you were in BC. Maybe I did. The mind isn't what it used to be. Let's just leave it right there. All right, let's see. We got a face-off coming up here. In the Boston zone, Toronto's going to win that draw. They're going to have it in. Domi kind of had it knocked off his stick. Back to the point. Boston's going to bring this one out. Going to chip this one in. Going in the corner is Marchand. McCabe is on him. Shoulder to shoulder, McCabe and Marchand. Marchand holds his own there. Back around in the corner. Boston with it along the boards. Back to the point. Here's a quick shot. And a nice glove save there by Wall. I'll make a wild guess. Dallas, Elliott Lake. 35 hours south of TO. Brian, that's funny. Jacobs from Illinois. See 15 shots now. Again, That's Boston's first shot in quite some time. They've had some shots towards the net, but they've been getting knocked down or going wide. Morgan wants a goal. He's calling it. Let's see. Here comes Yarncroc. Yarncroc, he's going to carry this one down. Sending it in the corner, and that's actually going to go up and out of play. So we're going to get a face-off probably just outside the Boston zone. You know, I will say one of the things, you know, Toronto kind of started this trend when they were in Sweden, mix and matching their jerseys and bucket colors. You know, the blue jerseys with the white buckets. Oh, Colin getting that shimmy on, getting the shimmy going. But I really like how teams are mismatching it, you know? I really do like the different colors. 10 miles north of the Golden Gate Bridge. Nice. Toronto is chatting on the bench. That's a good sign. Listen, as long as they're talking, right? When they're quiet, it's scary. Half hour from Mexico. Nice, Brian. Playing this one around. Benoit's going to let it go over to Timmins. Timmins going to chip it ahead. Kempf on the sideboards. Kempf going to pick it up over to Benoit. Benoit now going to start to go. Euro helmet carbonations are good. Yeah, yes. They certainly are. They certainly are. Boston going to send this right back into the Toronto zone. Brody going to take his man to the side. In the corner. Nice stick there by Brody. Matthews had it in his feet. Boston steals it away. Matthews going back to pick it up. Here's Matthews taking a look. Guys, you got to get skating for him. Everybody is standing still. Nylander, he's back. He's going to flip this over. Benoit, long pass. This is going to be rolled into the Boston zone. Here comes Nylander, but he can't catch up to the puck. Matthews can't get it. Pasternak is going to flip it out. Knies has to go back and pick it out. Knies has his stick lifted. Nice play there by DeBrusk. Going to play it in. Here's a one-timer from Pasternak. And a nice save. Rebound. And that one's going to be chipped up. In the feet of all the players, Boston finally comes away with it. Going to cycle this around right through the slot. Everyone's looking for it. It's picked up by Toronto, and they're going to get it out, but they can't get it over to the center ice line. Boston sends it right back in. 3 minutes to go here in the second period. 3 minutes to go. Eastern South Ontario for the first 5 years of life from growing up on army bases in Quebec and Ontario. Nice. Coming in, Toronto in the high slot. Knies is tripped up. He's on his butt. Tavares trying to get it. Danny, with spending so much time in Quebec, are you a skier? Quebec has some amazing skiing. In Elsa, Texas. Nice. Peter, how's it going? At least the Panthers lost the Islanders just now. Aw, boo. Here comes Tavares. He's cutting through, and he gets held up. Little play there by Forberg on Tavares. Bertuzzi trying to get it out. He cannot do it. Marner with a nice play. Tavares in the high slot getting a shot. It's blocked. Marner's going to kick it back. Tavares with it's going to play towards the boards. Now out to Marner. Marner to Bertuzzi to Tavares. He has it side of the net. Couldn't bring it around. Boston plays it up. Marner going to do a nice job keeping it in. Marner again keeps it in. Boston's going to have to try the other side. Not a skier. Gotcha. I honestly thought most people here were from Toronto. It's amazing how many are from far. Onyx, it's so true. It's one of the most amazing things that I love about this community is fans and viewers from all over the world. Marner in the corner, giving it to Bertuzzi. He's going to swing it around the boards, and it was Timmins wasn't in position. He couldn't get that puck. Here's Domi. Domi going to play this one in. Yarncroc sending it around. Robertson on the far side. He can't settle it down. This is going to come out. Robertson able to, well, he's battling. Boston's going to come away with the puck. Down in the corner. Robertson definitely has slowed off his early pace when he came up and joined this line. Here's Boston with a snipe. That one gets blocked. Nice job there by Timmins. Back to the line.
Last minute of play in this period.
Behind the net, they walk out again. Wall is down low. He's exposing that whole top side of the net. Benoit picking it up in the boards. When Wall crouches, he crouches so low when he's on his knee. The whole top of the net is exposed. Here's Boston sending it in from the point. That one hits a leg and gets blocked. Coming around at the side. Here's a shot. Heinen putting it on. Yarncroc is going to come away with it. Toronto, again, after a great start in this period, has really slowed down. They were able, I shouldn't say at the beginning of the period, but early in this period, they were able to turn things around. 20 seconds to go now. From a small mechanics. Here it turned over. Nylander's coming in. He got 15 seconds. Nylander sliding it through. Right on. Looking for a rebound, and Allmark holds on with 11.3 seconds to go here in the period. I know. I can't believe it. Hello from Tron. CeeLo, you're in Tron again? I'm starting to think, CeeLo, it's got to be one of your favorites. I can't wait to get on there. Our good friend on the go with CeeLo. Charlie, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. So Boston getting an opportunity with 11.3 seconds left in this second period. Taking a long look. Scramble draw. It's going to be won by Boston. They're going to play this one back. Boston going to carry it up. Marchand has it. 3 seconds. Here they come. Last shot. 2-1. And that's going to be stopped and held on to. Brendan coming in with that subscribe. Thank you so much, Brendan. Appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. JDA, what's going on? Welcome in. All right, period has come to an end. Let's go back to our intermission studio and talkity talk. All right, here we go. Let's update these scores. Just a little bit. A little bit more. All right. 2-1 is the score. Your stats after 2 periods of play. In that second period, Shattenkirk, he had goal number 2 for Boston from Pasternak and DeBrusk. Then it was Austin Matthews, his 15th of the year, from Nylander and Timmins. Your stats: 24 shots for the Maple Leafs, 18 for the Bruins. Toronto had 14 shots in that period, so another good period of shooting for the Leafs, 11 for Boston. 58.8%. They dropped a little bit in the faceoff percentage, but they still have a good lead. No penalties in that period, which is something extremely rare when these two teams get together. Each team 0 for 1. 33 hits for Toronto, 27 for Boston. So again, good to see Toronto's continuing the hit parade. 17 block shots for the Leafs, 9 for the Bruins. Another good period there. Not a lot of giveaways, 8, which most of those were in the first period. 4 for the Bruins. 10 takeaways for the Leafs, only 5 for the Bruins. All right, let's bring in a couple of friends and let's talk some hockey. Let's see. Please welcome in Dallas Hockey Girl, AAU Triton. Welcome in, friends. Hope you are both doing well. And let's start with
what a game.
Let's start with Dallas today. Yeah, what a game. Good pace. Is there anything you're seeing tonight? Kind of what's the really good thing you're seeing tonight, and what's something that's not so good you think they need to work on going into the third? What's up, Phantom?
Well,
Hey,
if
Phantom.
the Leafs lose to the Bruins tonight, there's just I mean, come on, it's the Bruins. The Leafs can't lose to the Bruins.
They got to
We'll
figure
never
out a
hear
way.
the end of it. We'll never hear the end of it from our fans and our friends in Beantown. We'll never hear the end of it. Wall's playing well. Seriously, it's 2 words. Cover Pasternak. Like, is this rocket science? Cover Pasternak. We know he's a top player. Cover the dude so he can't score. You think?
Yeah, you know what? Listen, Wall, you're right. Wall is playing well. There's defensive zone coverage is definitely an issue right now. It was getting a little bit better there, but still a problem. And Lee, that is a great question. What is the point of Reeves being on this team? How much longer can he stay here? Well, 3 years is what he's contracted to. Does he make it all 3? I don't know. Hockey Pro, what's going on?
Can they release somebody from a contract early?
So yes and no. I mean, there are things you can do. Usually, obviously you could trade them. You could put them on waivers in hopes that somebody claims them. And then there's some extreme circumstances where you can put somebody on waivers for the purpose of buying them out of their contract. But when you buy somebody out of the contract, it still does end up being a little bit of a cap hit. So it's probably not worth buying out Reeves. They'll just find a way for him to get hurt so they can put him on long-term IR That seems to be the thing to do to free up some cap space.
That's the
No,
thing.
Hockey Pro, never have to apologize about being late. We're all just always happy
Never.
you're
No
able
such thing as
to
being
come and hang
late.
out.
It's when it cracks into the budget like that, you got to do the hockey math before you get rid of
And
players and
and you know
whatnot.
it's funny you say hockey math because Dallas, it's such a real thing. And for those who don't know,
It is.
Gerard, what's going on? Welcome in, buddy. For those who don't know, like a lot of these teams have somebody on their front office. That's what they call a capologist, right? There's somebody who has they know how the salary cap game works inside and out. They know what they can get away with. They know kind of the math they have to do to make some of these things work. There are some loopholes that get taken advantage of. This whole long-term IR situation, I know we got a bunch of players on it right now, Muzzin and Murray, and now he who will not be named, Klingberg. But there are some teams who have used it to their advantage in a very positive way. The Tampa Bay Lightning did it with Nikita Kucherov when they won their first, I think it was their first cup. Kucherov was out. He was out for almost the entire year. They had him on long-term IR, and he was actually healthy, I think, the last month and a half of the season, but they couldn't bring him up to play because they had no salary cap room. Well, when playoffs start, there is no salary cap in the playoffs. So what they do is they activate him and they play however over the cap they want. Vegas Golden Knights did the same thing when they won their cup with what's his face that had back surgery. It was out most of the year.
Very, very creative hockey math for the playoffs.
Yeah. So
general manager take care of Reeves.
Yeah, general managers have been talking about these loopholes. They are looking, do they extend the salary cap into the playoffs? Do they come up with ways to get teams so they can't do this? Now, if a guy is legitimately hurt, understand,
For sure.
Like in the case of Matt Murray, he legitimately had to have surgery and is going to be out for a long time. In the case of John Klingberg, they say he's hurt, but really, so we have to kind of see, how these things go through.
Hurt until he finds his game.
What can be done is they waive Reeves and it costs like $200K on the cap to have in the HL because clearly no one will claim him. Yeah, and I mean,
I know how to take care of Reeves. I know how to do it. I am wearing my Darth Vader shirt. I'll just tell him I am his father. You're grounded. You can't play.
There you go.
Do you think we could call the Bear Shark? Do you think the Rangers would take Reeves back?
Oh God, yeah, no chance. I don't think. Listen, Ryan Reeves, he is, he had a role, right? His role was supposed to be he was this big enforcer. We saw that kind of disappeared a little bit in the rain, and I think there were other things going on in New York.
He started out pretty good. The first few games, he was getting in there, mixing it up, and then he went back to pillow hands.
But here's bless you.
Sorry.
Here's the issue with Reeves. He's 36 years of age. We have him signed for 3 years, right? So 36 is old for a hockey player. 39 is even older. And when you have Ryan Reeves for 3 years, he's an enforcer, he's a tough guy. 39 is, listen, we have Giordano who's at 39 and playing, and Giordano is a beast. So guys can do it, not Ryan Reeves. The good news is it's only 1.3. It's not a ton of money that's locked up with Ryan Reeves. So
no, I think we could pay. He's more of a drag. If he doesn't pick it up, he's more of a drag on the team. I say pay him out, get somebody else.
Buy him out or put him in the press box, eat that 1.3 and you have him sitting and you put a younger player in there to get the job done.
Exactly. We could bring somebody up from the Marlies. That would be pretty good.
The bottom line is Sorry about Chandler. But the bottom line is the Leafs lack the coherency that they've had in the past.
Absolutely correct. They're not playing a good team game. The last kind of thought on Ryan Reaves, in 16 games, he's a -10, right? -10. That is not good. It means
Terrible. That's
he's on the
terrible.
ice for a lot of goals.
That is terrible. Well, speaking of age, like Sidney Crosby is going to be almost 40. I'm doing a math in my head, and it doesn't ever go. That never goes well. He's going to be almost 40 if he goes to the Olympics in 2026.
Listen, I would love to see Crosby
I
still
think he
be in
can
there
do
for
it.
the Olympic team.
If he doesn't get a major injury in the next couple of years, like between now and then, I think he's in a good position to play the Olympic team.
Grandpa, did they
Absolutely.
really?
But
Did
he's up there.
Minnesota really said they would take him at any time?
No.
Pack him
Oh,
up, ship him out. I just give me a
ship
bag of
him
pucks
out.
and a slice of cheesecake, and they could have him.
And
But
a hot
see,
dog.
the
And a
problem
hot
is,
dog.
Sam. I mean, I know you guys have an issue with Reeves, but it's not just one person that makes or breaks a team.
You are correct. You are correct.
Yeah, but he
And
definitely
listen,
the team
Reeves
down.
has a good voice in the locker room. He's loud. He's trying to create some team unity. One of the issues this Toronto team has had is an identity.
Good one on it.
One of the reasons why Ryan O'Reilly said he didn't want to play here and left is this team did not feel bonded. They did not feel like a family. And listen, I've watched house league teams get together and go for pizza lunches and get toques together and do the whole thing so they feel like a team. Dancing Pug, what's going on? And if you're not doing that, if you don't feel like a team and a cohesive unit, when you get on the ice, you don't play like one. And you need
Exactly.
to be able
I
to
mean,
I need to know, if the three of us were playing on the ice together, I need to know that you, Triton, have my back. If I'm going in the corner, that you're going to be where you're supposed to be. You need to believe that Dallas is going to be where she needs to be. And a big part of the game, as much as it's skill, it's a mental game. Everybody needs to trust each other and be where they're supposed to be.
that's what I'm
And
saying. I'm not defending Reeves at all, but I'm just saying it's not just one person. I mean, the Leafs' coherency this season has just not been there.
No. And you would have thought they just did a 6-7 hour flight to Sweden, all on the plane together. They're probably all on the same floor of the hotel together. Maybe they all had dinner together. Who knows? But they should have. They had all kinds of time to sort of really gel as a team on that big trip, or had some
absolutely.
opportunities where they could anyway.
Yep. And Lurker, you're correct. You know, Boston is not playing great right now. They had a
Lucky
couple
for
of really
us.
nice goals, and Toronto has not capitalized, you know, with the opportunities they've been given. This Boston team just finds a way to do things. Now, one thing, they're actually talking about it on TV, and I want to mention it here with you guys. Obviously, the All-Star game coming to Toronto this year. We've talked about it a little bit before. They've announced for this All-Star game, they're going back to the draft, where they're allowing players to draft each other. It's not going to be each division puts forward a team. There's still going to be 4 teams. They're still going to do that same
Wow.
format, but they're going to have 4 captains and allow the captain to kind of draft their team.
Wow.
Dallas, do you like that? Do you like kind of seeing guys draft their own teams, or do you prefer seeing, you know, the guys within a
I
division make up a team?
I think it's interesting. I think it's not a bad idea to change it up a little bit. Let's see what they come up with. Like let the process play out, and let's see how the All-Star game goes. Yeah, Chrisman, the Tyke team would kick my butt.
Yeah.
See, I,
Seriously.
I like the idea because if the players pick their own team, they're going to pick people that they know they can count on. Like Sam said, you can count on. You play well with them. They're not going to pick people they don't play well with or can't count or feel they can't count on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm excited for it. I think it's cool. Listen, I always like, you know, when they're the
I think it'd
division
be cool.
rivalries, but some of the
Oh yeah.
divisions are super stacked and others are pretty weak. So it's going to be kind of cool to see them mix it up a little bit. When they did this previously, what they did is they always said the player who got drafted last would get a car, right? So that way they don't feel bad for whoever's picked last. And one year, Alex Ovechkin sat out there with a sign that said, "Don't pick me, I need a new car." And he ended up going pretty far down the to the bottom, and then he got picked. Phil Kessel was the last pick one year, and
Dude, like,
everyone
he
had a
can't.
good laugh.
I think OV can afford a car. I think he can afford to take a bucket of
Yeah.
cash into
Yeah.
the Rolls Royce dealership and say, "I want that one and that one, and I'll just drive that one on Sundays."
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Everybody had a good laugh when Kessel
A
was
good
picked
PR
last
signal.
overall.
But I think they would pick players. They're not just going to pick the big players or the hot dog players. They're going to
You want
pick
to hear
players that
something?
hopefully gel
Go ahead, Deb.
together. So I was
You
going to say,
want to
hopefully
hear
they will pick
something weak?
players. What's that?
You know, I mean, it's not hockey related, but I'm only going to take up a minute of the time. Drew Ryan's the wrestler couldn't pull the sword out of the stone today.
Love it. Love it. And you have
That's
that
funny.
on video, I take it?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ron,
You'll
how's it
have to share
going?
that.
Welcome in.
Yeah.
All right,
Hopefully
so
this will help them pick players that gel well together for the All-Star
That's
game.
what I'm
Let's see
saying.
what
If they
quick.
pick their own teams, you pick who you play well with. You know.
Exactly. Let's see what they come
Grandpa,
up with.
that's awesome. That
I
is
love
awesome.
it. The cars in 1985 were designed to last forever.
That they were.
The cars you
But
make now,
one quick question before we leave: when a team's not playing well together because there's no cohesion, who do you blame and how do you fix it?
So I think there's a combination, and every team is different. So it's hard to really put a finger on this. Depending on the situation, some of it could be the way the team is being coached, right? The coaching staff
coaching.
sets the game plans, and if they're changing up the game plans and guys are confused and they don't necessarily agree with it, they don't always perform their best. If the coaching and the game plan is spot on of what they should be doing, a lot of the time it could be the leadership of the team. So it's your captain, it's your assistant captains trying to spark it up. The coach needs to be the voice. Yeah, the coach does need to be a voice to a degree. Yes, 20 minutes. That is right, Robert. 20 minutes to go. But really, it's the guys like John Tavares, your captain of this team. If the coach can't get through and motivate them, and listen, sometimes it happens. You need your leadership players. You need the guys in the locker room to stand up and say something. And sometimes in some situation, it's not even the leaders. Sometimes there's just one player who stands up, and maybe they're quiet most of the time, but they finally get under their skin enough where they stand up and they say something. I've been lucky enough to be around some great sports people, and some of the stories I've heard in locker rooms about how they, the speeches they give to fire up and they believe in playing. And the big thing about these sports, it's not about playing for themselves. Yes, I'm sure Willie was on top of the moon that he went 17 games with a streak. I'm sure Marner was beyond over the moon when he got his hat trick, or last year when he went on his streak. But it's about playing the game for each other. It's about putting your body on the line for your defensive partner. It's about playing for your team, not playing for yourself. And that is very frustrating because your instinct when you're not playing well is to say, well, forget it. I'm going to take this game over. I'm going to get the job done. And that usually makes it worse.
Exactly.
All right.
Well,
they're getting ready to come back. Sorry, go ahead, Triton.
One thing before we leave, there's no I in team.
That's right, Daryl.
That is 100% correct. They're getting ready to come back. Dallas Triton, thank you so much for always great conversation. Thank you everybody on the chat. Maybe Ego Hockey. Robert, it's always possible.
And put your predictions in the chat as we get back to the third period.
Yep. Let's get over.
Hockey fans, tell all your friends.
All right, let's get over. Third period is starting now. Thank you guys. All right, we got 20 minutes to play. Third period is about to go down. Let's see what this Leafs team can they do. Did they adjust any of the shots? 23-18. No, we're good to go. So again, if you're just coming in and joining us, thank you for being here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're 5 subs away from 90-50. Help us get there. Let's get, yeah, Lee, let's get Domi going. 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. No more overtime. My goodness gracious. Here comes Marner, going to bring this one in. He's going to play this one into the corner. Down around, Tavares can't get there. Back over to Marner. Boston's able to chip this by him. Lagesson going to get it to Marner. Marner tries to feed it out. Couldn't get it to Tavares. Tavares steals it away. Leaves it there for Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi cannot get it down to Tavares. I think the Bertuzzi experiment is having some troubles. Knies has been close. He has, very close. Here's Riley setting it up. Maybe should we change our caps? Oh, no. I just dropped a bunch of stuff. Let's flip the hats. Let's get some new hats going. See if this... Ah, shoot. Sorry, excuse me. All right, dropped a whole bunch of stuff. All right, Toronto has it in their own zone. Here comes Morgan Riley down the left side of the ice. Toronto now going from right to left. Putting it down in there. Here comes the pinch, trying to hold it in. It's in the corner for Nylander. Nylander chips it around behind the net. Knies going in there, putting the body on his man, coming up with the puck. He's going to get put into the boards. Comes back over to Nylander. Nylander throws it to the point. It's going to hop over Riley's stick. This coming out and down the ice. Yeah, Liz. Oh, I tell you. I'm very good at knocking stuff off my desk. Very good. I've mastered that. Boston hanging on to it just outside the Toronto zone. They're going to put it right back in. Benoit going in the corner. Here comes Timmins, each taking their man. Domi is there as well. Benoit is wrestling around. This one going to squeeze out. Domi can't get there. Going to come back around behind the net. Benoit doing a nice job. He gets knocked down. Coming along to the line. Going to be held in. It's turned over. Toronto has a chance. Here's a pass ahead. Robertson. Feed over to Domi. Domi walking in. Backhand. He scores! Domi does it. We called it. We called it. Domi ties it up. There we go. You guys called it. Domi Woo! Puts it in.
Yeah!
You got the touch.
That was awesome. What a beautiful feed. A beautiful feed from Nick Robertson over to Domi. Wow, that was awesome. What a great play. The speed of Robertson and Domi. Domi puts it in. That certainly was a beauty. That is how you start the period. So somebody clearly had words of inspiration in that intermission, because Domi just took that monkey off his back, crumpled it up in a little ball, and whipped it out of the stadium. That was awesome. Lee, you got that. That was spectacular. Wow. Lee, it was either you calling it or me changing the hat, but let's go with you calling it. In Toronto, they're coming looking for more. Marner, he's down there. He's going to turn it over. Here comes Boston back the other way. That was awesome. Coming in front, Wall is down, going to make the save. Get up, Wall. Playing it around, back to the line. McAvoy sending it in front. That's going to be knocked down. Toronto capitalized on that pass. Geeky taking a shot that's going to go wide. Boston fan on a pass. They were able to jump out, and a beauty Nick Robertson feed to Domi. That was awesome. Sam did a conference call with the Leafs intermission and gave it. Yeah, that's true. They were listening the whole time. Rick, what's going on? What a play. That was spectacular. Here they come. The fourth line coming on. Yarncroc going in there. Gregor trying to catch up to it. Gregor hard on the back check with a little stick lift. Going to play this down around. Riley going back in the corner. He's going to chip it away from Pasternak. Still with it is Brody. Brody taking a look. He's going to wrap this one around the boards. Trying to get it. Boston going to put it right back in. Gregor's there, though. He's going to intercept. Drops it off, and Toronto, long pass up to Kempf. Kempf's going to chip it in. They are moving this one down. That was spectacular. Here's Toronto. Going to swing this one around, keeping it down low. Kempf going into the corner, pushing his man up against the boards. Carlo, he's going to start to move it ahead for Boston. Almost intercepted there by Willie. Boston Pasternak coming in. He's going to drive through. This line has been dangerous. Getting it back to the line, coming around. Timmins going to cut this off. Gets it to Benoit. He leaves it for Matthews. Matthews shovels it across. Long pass for Willie. Nylander is going to bring this one in, trying to turn the corner. Cannot get around McAvoy. McAvoy's got an arm draped around the shoulders of Nylander. Coming back around to the side. They're going to play this up. Boston, a little touch pass back. Trying to compass Coyle. Coyle going to dump this one in. Going into the corner. Toronto wraps it around the boards on the left side. I'm only listening and I feel the vibe. There you go, Robert. That means I am doing my job. Glad to hear that. Going to hold this one up, chipping it out to the blue line. Boston now having some troubles putting it in. Toronto is moving. Here comes Domi again. Domi weaving. He fends on the shot. Robertson coming in. Can't catch up to it. Brody over to Riley. Riley waiting. Now he's going to carry this one in. Flips this up. Nice play there by the Boston defender to climb the ladder and scoop it down. Riley going to throw this towards the net. It goes wide. Robertson there to keep it in. Sends it down low. Domi behind the net. Going to cycle it for Yarncroc. Too far. Riley chipping it back over. Back for Domi. He can't get it. Brody can't hold it in. Robertson has to trace this one all the way back. He's going to play it up to Brody to Riley. Riley has to wait as the Leafs are making changes. Keep it away from the bench. No more too many men on the ice penalties. Hits Marner in the back of the skate. Boston going to pick it up and come across. Bertuzzi going to knock it down not once but twice. Rolling over in front. Wall is down. Scramble. Kicking that leg out. Here's a step into shoot. Hits the side of the net. Grzelcyk with a nice move. Boston rolling this one around. Max, what's going on? Welcome in. Here's Marner. Marner going to pick it up. Fast and furious. The pace is climbing. Going to put it in for Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi going in the corner. It's a ting. What's going on? I was watching at work on the work computer. It was on Discord on my phone. Nice. It's a tang. That's awesome. Make sure you're in our Discord as well. Coming around Tavares, trying to play this one out in front. Side of the net, Boston picking it up now. They're on the move. Look out. They're going to walk in on the offside. Offside Boston at the Toronto line. What a pace of play. This has been insane. Well, had all 5 Leafs within stick reach. Yeah, that's too much. You can't collapse down too tight like that. Great pace to this third period. Toronto capitalizing, tying it up 2 goals apiece. This is incredible. What a pace. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're brand new and you're just joining us, welcome to the show, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. Thanks for being here. Whatever platform you're watching on, make sure you do go to the other platform as well and kind of hit that thumbs up button. Hit that follow if you're on Facebook. Hit that subscribe if you're on YouTube. We are 5 subscribers. 4 subscribers away from 90-50. So thank you so much for supporting us through hitting that sub button. We really, really, really appreciate it. This has been a spectacular comeback here. Toronto had a good start to the game, then things kind of slowed down for a little bit, and then it's been a pretty nice comeback. Thank you again, hitting that subscribe button, putting us 3 away. Now, what's on tap for us over the next week or so? Coming up, oh, look at that, 2 away. Thank you. Coming up this week, probably Monday, once I double check with the boss, we're going to have another edition of Hockey Talk Live where we're going to get together and we're going to answer all your questions because you guys had some amazing questions for us. We're going to talk NHL. We're going to talk Leafs, Oilers, all good things hockey. So that's coming up probably on Monday. The Leafs don't play again until next Thursday and Saturday. So we got a few days till the next few Leaf games. And then, of course, we might try and sprinkle something else in between. Just got to check out some schedules. Would appreciate no OT 2:12 a.m. here. Oh, Richard. Richard is the early morning Nighthawk, if you will. Ron with that subscribe. Thank you so much, Ron. Richard, I'm with you. I've seen enough overtime in the last 2 weeks to last me a good month or so. So let's try and get this done in regulation. Coming around, here's Domi off the draw. He's going to back this one out. Toronto going to chip it to the line. Robertson going to bring this one in. He's getting some help, but Boston is able to clear it out. Boston walking through the neutral zone and roll this in. The second period saw no penalties called. It was a penalty-free second period, which was pretty impressive considering these two teams hate each other. Here's a backhander off the post into the corner. So let's see if that continues here in the third. Boston shoveling it in front. Everyone is looking for it. Leafs collapsing down low. Domi picking it up. He's going to backhand this one out and down the ice. It's rolling, and there's enough mustard on that one to be an icing call. So this is going to come all the way back. Logan, how's it going? We have about 13 minutes to go. 13 minutes to go until overtime if it's tied. Prep, what's going on? Welcome in. I can prep, and congratulations, Brian, on the gifted membership. Prep, thank you so very much. Really appreciate that. And always good to see you. Hit someone. Yeah, they've been hitting a lot. Toronto is leading in the hit parade, 36 hits to 32 hits. Let's see them keep it up, keep it going. Love how these guys are playing. Boston's going to win the draw. Robertson going to steal. He's going to flip this one up and out. Now, we don't want Toronto to sit back. They got to keep the foot on the gas, but they got to be careful not to make too many mistakes. Going in the corner, Reeves is there. He's going to bounce it off the boards to Benoit. That's Toronto was able to pick up their second goal, capitalizing on a Boston mistake. Matthews toe drag and a shot, and Allmark is going to flag that one down with the leather. Nice stop there by Allmark. Nice to see Matthews with the little toe drag shot. We haven't seen him do that in some time. TJ, hello. What's going on? Good to see you. Someone got to teach Marchand. That's true. That's true. But now is not the time. Not in a tie game. Freeze. All right, let's see. Matthews is 4 for 7 tonight. Coyle is 5 for 11. They're facing off, and Coyle's going to win that. All right, it's virtual wave time. All you got to do is get your hands up. 3, 2, 1. Hey, there it is. Wave time. Get those hands going. Get them up. Get them up. Here's Matthews again with a shot, and that one's going to sail high and over. TJ, that's awesome. Owen Sound attack, putting up a win. Here come the hands. The hands are going. The hands are going. Nylander made a nice pass. Matthews in the high slot got a shot off. It was just deflected at a play. Let's see if they can keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Matthews going to get waved out of this draw. Who's going to come in to take it? Nylander is going to come on in. Got some exciting news for Scotland's football team. Made the European finals and will play curtain raiser versus Germany. Nice, Richard. That's awesome. Here comes Boston off the draw. Marchand is going to dance around Riley. Going into the corner. Riley with a cross check. Marchand, that was the biggest dive I've ever seen in my life. Riley did get the stick across the back of Marchand, but Marchand, you'd think he was diving from a high platform at the Olympics into a pool. Marchand trying to draw a penalty there. Coming around, Wall's going to cycle it over to Riley. Riley putting this one up to Marner. Marner moving up. You know Ottawa's going to continue flopping. Boston's going to continue flopping to draw some penalties. There's Bertuzzi. He's going to get knocked down. Tavares digging at his skates. Tavares taking a few bumps. He's going to pass that over. Tried to hit Marner, but it was too far. Boston's going to come down, pitching it across. Look out, it's going to roll in. Wall, instead of holding it, knocks it into the corner. Down behind the net, Lagesson is there. Marner is there. They're digging at it. They're trying to free this one. They are still working it over, still digging in. Coming in front with a shot, and that one is going to go wide in the corner. Bertuzzi's going to pick this one up. Bert's going to carry this one out. In the neutral zone, Toronto's going to pick it up. Prep, it was Matthews and Domi, the two goal scorers. Matthews and Domi, the two goal scorers for Toronto. Pasternak and Shattenkirk, the two goal scorers for Boston. Bringing this one around, coming in front. Gregor is there. He's going to go in the corner. Gregor with it. He's taking a look. Going to cycle this down low to Kempf. Kempf couldn't get it. Nice play. Gregor coming in again. He's going to knock it down low. Kempf elected to go the wrong way around the net. They're holding it in. Benoit with a shot right on. Here's Riley. He's going to put it in. Gregor trying to shovel it towards the net. Coming out in front. Riley has it behind the net. Trying to wrap around. Can't do it. DeBrusk is going to pick it up, and he sends this down the ice. And this one is not going to be an icing call Finally, McAvoy gets off the ice, and the Leaf fans are going bananas because they called a slow icing like that for Boston, but did not call that for Toronto. Calling a redemption. That means I got to cheer for Boston. Oh, that is so much harder to do. Coyle coming across right in front. Nice defensive play there. Back to the line. This coming around. Boston, they're holding this in the Leaf zone. Coming up, playing it around behind the net. Benoit going in the corner. Toronto starting to lose some of the little races here. Nylander, he's going to come away with it. Here's Willie. Under 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go in this 2-2 hockey game in the third period. Nylander flipping this one in. Knies going at it. Can't catch up to it. Boston gets it out and down the ice. This time it should be, and it is, an icing call. Unbelievable. Why does Pasternak and Shattenkirk sound like a law firm of lawyers? That's really funny. John coming in with the $2 super chat. The Go Leafs Go with the Leaf logos there. John, thank you so much. Appreciate that. But it you know, it really does. You know, welcome to the law firm of Pasternak, Shattenkirk, and DeBrusque. Boston, win this draw in their own zone. Fanned on the clear-out play. Marner could not come up with the puck. Boston down the left side. Again, getting it past Marner. Tavares all over his man. This coming around in the corner. McCabe, he's in there battling. Marchand with a shot to the back of the head. Twice. One on Tavares, one on McCabe. Marchand is up to his usual antics. Down low here late in this game. Comes to McCabe. Going to play it off the boards. Hops over Marner's stick. Back to the line. A shot is going to go just wide. McAvoy in the corner. He's stumbling on it. Tavares trying to cut off his man. Cycling around. Lagesson's going to wrap it around the boards. This gets to the line. McAvoy holds it in. Here's Pasternak with a shot. That one's going to go to the corner. Putting it back in front. Wall with the paddle down. Made the stop. The puck was bouncing. And Wall drops the stick and grabs the puck with his blocker hand. Really nice play. Really nice play. McCabe and Dayton Heinen having some conversations there after the whistle. But a beautiful, beautiful goal by Max Domi is able to tie this game up. He was smiling on the bench. Wall was holding the team in there. And we are heading to a fantastic last 8.5 minutes or so in this third period. Again, welcome in if you're just coming in to join us for the remainder of this game. Thank you for being here. Colin, getting that robot action going. Beep, boop, 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 boop. A little robot. Thank you, Colin. Thank you all for joining us again. If you're brand new, you are earning points. So you can hit exclamation mark points in the chat. That will tell you how many points you've earned. Then you can bring your own graphics up. We got Leaf graphics. We got commands like the robot freeze to control the host. All kinds of stuff that you can play with all throughout the stream to make it very interactive. And of course, make sure you do hit that subscribe because we'd love for you to hang out with us for future hockey streams, future Leaf streams. This is the best hockey community. So thank you all so much. And by the way, we are one subscriber away from 9050. So who is going to put us over the 9050 marker? And thank you so much for contributing and supporting to us here at the Samwelb12 Experience. Marchand is trying to get a Leaf penalty. He's working it real hard right now. He's trying to draw them in, and so far the Leafs are holding their own. Now, I should also make mention and a huge thank you to all of our channel members. If you're interested in becoming a channel member, you can certainly do so if you're on a computer. The little super chat button has the join membership piece. If you're on a tablet or a mobile device, it can be a little funny. Sometimes it's in the super chat link. Other times you need an actual link to get to the join page, which our mods will drop in. So if you're interested in joining us as a channel member, definitely check out the different options and packages available for you, each with its own perks and benefits. Ronald, what's going on? Go Leafs go. Oh, Colin getting another shimmy in there. Guys are making me work. And there's the 9050. Thank you all so much getting us over that hump. And now a wave. Let's get the wave going. Get those hands up. 3, 2, 1. Make it happen. Hands up, hands up, hands up. And there's the link. Thank you, Triton. Check out our different membership options available by clicking on that link. It'll take you out of the stream for a minute, but you can come right back in. Or check it out on another browser. Tavares Scramble draw in the corner. Boston going there with Brody. It's going to come out. Marner with it. Going to get it up to Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi hits the red line. Going to backhand this one in the corner. Bert's going to go in there after it. McAvoy going to play it along the boards. Trying to cut it off is Tavares. And here comes Boston right up the gut. Shot. Wall's going to steer this one in the corner. Nice little job there. Here's Tavares. Tavares going to pick it up. He's coming the other way. He's got Bertuzzi with him. Tavares is just going to muscle over his man. Now it's over to Bertuzzi. He is going to kick it out. Tavares coming in. Shot. That one's going to just miss. Back to the line. Held in by Lagesson. Lagesson throwing it down for Bertuzzi. That's going to hop away from him. Going in the corner. Little stick lift there. Everyone's looking for it, and Marner grabbed it, and he ripped it around the boards. Lagesson sending it around. Marner lets it go to Bertuzzi. Backhand, trying to get it out in front. Can't. The puck's going to drop right down. Matthews going in the corner. Matthews going to steal. Matthews working through. Gets it to Lagesson. Lagesson turns and shoots, and it hits the Boston stick and goes up and out of play. It's rare they're using the boards. It's about time they're using the boards. They're getting it going. They are doing a good job, and they're really working it hard. Good hustle in there. Great job those Leafs are playing right now. They're starting to play basic, simple hockey. Using the boards, using their D-man, smart passes. They got to keep the legs going, though. Have to keep those legs going. Matthews in to take this draw. He's going to lose it. You know, we talk a lot about Austin Matthews. There's one area of his game he does need to work on, and that's his faceoffs. Going to send this one down in. Toronto in there. Look at that. Leaf player gets hauled right off his feet. No call. Ref's letting him play now. This being sent down, going to be batted down. That's a glove pass, and the ref's going to call that one down. They might not be calling the penalties, but they are going to call those hand passes. Lucas, how's it going? I am fantastic, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Fred, good to see you. Welcome to the show. Welcoming everybody. If you're ninja watching or you're watching on a television screen, thank you so much for joining us. 7.5 minutes to go here in the third period in a 2-2 hockey game. Here comes the Robertson-Yarncroc-Domi line. These guys tied it up. A beautiful pass. Robertson to Domi. Domi getting his first. And this one's going to go up into the netting. And that's going to get blown down, so we're going to drop it again. Love to see these guys get going. Matthews getting something cut off his glove there. A little glove work. Knies has been buzzing around. He's been close. Bertuzzi has been in a forecheck, but I'll be honest, Bertuzzi just looks a little tired. Bert's looking a little tired. Yarncroc going to take this draw center ice. He's coming in to take this. It looks like Frederick. Scramble draw. Boston's going to come away with it, and they're just going to flip this one into the Toronto zone. Wall comes out to stop it there for Timmins. Timmins starting to move it, and it was James Van Riemsdyk who stopped right in the crease, wouldn't let Wall back in his net. Here's Robertson. Robertson walking in. He's got it. Robertson turning around. He's getting down low. Back to the point. Here's a blast. That one hits a leg and is blocked. Nice setup there by Toronto, but they couldn't get a good quality shot on net. Boston going to step over. Geeky bringing this in. Dropping it back. Here's a long shot. Wall made the save, and Boston's going to knock it in. Son of a gun. Wall is not happy with this play. Frederick is going to get it. Traffic right in front. They put it through. I don't know how. It looked like this hit something. Something happened right in front of the net. Oh, Wall thought he had it. Frederick actually knocked the shot right down. I don't think the first one ever hit Wall. Wall lost the puck, and it was sitting there right next to him. That is just not a good play. Wall thought he had it gloved. Wall thought the play was done, but Frederick knocked it down, and it was right next to him, and he puts it in. So 2 bad goals for Wall in this game. And Toronto, yet again, gives up 3 goals at home. 3-2 Boston with 6:50 left to go. Now, there still is lots of time left to go. Toronto's been able to jump back in this game, so it is not over by any means. Toronto picks this one up outside in the neutral zone, playing it up around. It's unfortunate. Unfortunate another broken play like that happens. Forbert and Geeky getting the assists. Bertuzzi bringing it over. Marner, side of the net. Bertuzzi still with it. Bringing it back to the point. Over to Bertuzzi. Here's a shot. Marner, they tip it across. It was Tavares who tipped it behind him for Marner, but Marner had already cycled around behind the net. That was just a miscommunication. Wow. So a nice little move. Tavares was in front. The puck came. He knocked it down. He gave it right to where Marner was, but Marner already had left his position and cycled around behind the net. Yikes. Wall is still in the good. Just a fumble. Listen, bad play. It was a bad play. Things happen. They have to stop letting Boston get these clear shots. Yes, they do. So Toronto going to click it through. Knies coming through, batting it out of the air. Ullmark dives down and makes a great save. Right off the draw, Knies and Nylander battle hard towards the net. And Ullmark had to be sharp as Toronto almost got it back right there, right off the draw. Knies and Nylander battling through. It actually kind of wrapped off the post and into the pad. So good try there by Toronto. They are pushing. They are pushing. That's right, Liz. It is absolutely great to see them putting that pressure. Toronto's going to win the draw. Putting it through, and that one's going to be deflected just wide. Ref takes another big tumble. Matthews in there, going to get it to Willie. This is going to be deflected into the boards. Nylander being squeezed out. Going around far side. Timmins is there. He's going to come back across to McCabe. McCabe throwing it in front. Matthews tipped it, and that's going to get blocked. Boston sends it out to the neutral zone. Morgan wants a wave. Let's get another wave going. Get those wave hands flying. 3, 2, 1. Here's Boston, a long shot. And you know what? Wall missed that one too and got lucky. It just went wide. Hey, let's go. Get the hands flying. Here's a long pass up. Toronto's going to chip this one in. Robertson going to give chase. The problem with the dump and chase is if nobody's moving their feet, you almost can't win the battles. Robertson, though, Domi in the corner, digging through. Nice play. Robertson trying to go in there. Toronto trying to hold it in. Lagesson, nice job. Domi gets it to the line. Cross to Benoit. Benoit, he fumbled it. He sends it towards the net, and it's high and over. Lagesson on the other side gets it to Robertson. Back to Benoit. Benoit sending it for a tip. That one's deflected wide. Yarncroc, Domi, both in there. Yarncroc battling. He gets pushed into the boards. Boston going to come up with the puck. They're going to flip this down. Frederick is racing up on Timmins. Timmins gets there first. Bants it off the boards to Benoit. Here's Benoit. He's going to move this ahead. Too far for his man. Tavares in there first. Going to cut off his man. He gets knocked down as he falls to the ice. Boston getting it out to the neutral zone again. 4.5 minutes to go. Time is starting to tick. Here's Marner. Marner is going to spin and go. Toronto's been in 6 straight 1-goal games. Here's a shot right on. Tavares with a whack at Ullmark. Cannot knock it free. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. Much appreciated. And welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us for the last 4 minutes of game time. They're going to a commercial break, and you have tuned in to the Samwelb12 Experience. My name is Sam. We're having a great time here tonight in this awesome Original 6 Saturday night showdown. It is awesome. Obi-Wan, how's it going? Welcome in. That's right, Ian. That's right. We're pretty much watching the game like this right about now. This is going to be closing time. Can the Leafs get in here and close this one out? How can they keep the intensity up without turning over the puck? They got to battle hard, and they are going to do everything they can do. We got about 4 minutes left to go. I think one's coming with that goalie pulled. Let's see. We will see. Oh, I just saw out of the corner of my eye, we're almost at 200 likes. If you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, give it a click. We'd appreciate it. Caberlet curse. They never see the open guy on the other side of the net. Yeah, oh, very, very true. And it's so frustrating because you see a lot of teams do that to Toronto so much. All right, needed a little rehydration. Getting set. Oh, I can't wait. Cannot wait. Get rid of the commercials. Let's just go and drop this puck. Let's see how this is going to close out. Again, welcome in wherever you're watching from. Thank you for joining us on either of the platforms. Really appreciate it. This is going to be a fun one. We're going to have a fun one. He's got Sam drinking. Got to keep hydrated. Got to keep hydrated. Yeah, Carolina getting it done tonight. We'll cover the entire out-of-town scoreboard at the conclusion of tonight's game. Okay, here we go. Can Toronto do it? 4 minutes, 18 seconds remaining. Krista, what's going on? Welcome in. Again, thank you hitting those subscribes. Scramble draw. Boston's going to come away with it. They're going to clear this out and down the ice. Not far enough for icing. Brody going to put this across. Here comes Riley down the right side. He's going to now curl towards the middle. His pass gets deflected. Tavares can't get it. Boston gets it up to Pasternak. Pasternak going to bring this one in. He's going to take a look at Zacha. Pass across. Zacha tried to tip it out of the air. Marner going to cycle around. Marner off the boards. The problem is, it almost looks like Boston knows every single thing Toronto's going to do. There you go. Hot tea, toast with jam. Yes, I agree with you there. Look out. Bertuzzi is going to run over Nylander there. Those two cross pass. Toronto needs to get themselves sorted out. Riley picks up the puck. He's going to send this one in. Boston sending it around. Going to be intercepted. McCabe, nice little play. Putting it around. Knies battling hard in there, going in the corner. He had a big battle going on in front of the net. Puck going to roll out, and they're going to put it through. This is going to be tipped back in. Charlie McAvoy with it. McAvoy getting this one over. Boston is pretty much playing keep away at this point. Coming in is Timmins. Timmins going to cycle away from his man, Geeky. Timmins taking a look, going to send it back. McCabe going up. Look out. Timmins, he's going to cycle it back. Toronto's just getting caught. Here's McCabe. Hits the red line. Going to send this one in. They got to get going here. Leafs are caught on a change. Holding it in at the line is Yarncroc, and now it comes out. But they're going to call it down on the offside. They're going to say he was not out. There's our Discord link. If you're a Discord user, come on in. Join us in the Discord. We'd love to have you. Click on the link. It is an open invite. Come in and join us where we talk everything. So we'd love to have you along. Just in time, Cujo. Curtis is here. Curtis, what's going on? Welcome in. Toronto is too slow in the forward transition. Boston's picked it up. You're right. Toronto has slowed down. No, he hasn't done much, Monty. He's not doing much right now. So Domi, Robertson, there you go. Domi, Robertson, and Gregor. This line being rearranged. Gregor getting a little promotion now, coming up to play with Domi and Robertson. A very speedy line. Toronto picking this up in their own end. Here's Brody. Brody going to play it up to Robertson. Robertson back to Brody. Long pass up to Gregor. He's going to deflect this one in. Domi is going in after it. Boston gets there first. McCabe on the pinch. Kept it in momentarily. And Boston going to get it out to the neutral zone. Here's Brody digging for it. Matthews coming on now. He's going to flip this in. Matthews can't knock it down. Pasternak steals. He's going to play it ahead. Toronto continues to move their lines. Back to Riley. Riley. He's going to turn and go. Guys, you got to skate. 2 minutes to go. You got to skate. Here's Riley. Riley going to dump this one in. All the way down. Allmark coming out to play it. Empty net. Toronto has an extra man. They've pulled their goalie. And right as they do so, they put it around to the empty corner. Boston trying to come up with it. We got Yarncroc in there digging. Matthews playing it around. They keep playing it to the empty side where only Boston is. Boston with the puck. Matthews, Tavares working over. Finally, Riley's able to settle this one down. Riley down low. He's going to go off the boards behind to Marner. Marner feeds it out to Nylander with a shot and a big shot block. And Boston's going to get this one out. Minute and a half to go. Toronto going to chip this one through. And Boston puts it right through the crease. Almost an own. It was almost an own goal. Now it comes over to Nylander. Let's go. Here comes Nylander. They got a minute to play. A minute to play. They're going to chip this one in. Matthews is going for it.
Last minute of play in this period.
They're going to hold it in. They can't even get set. Tavares throwing it around behind the net. Riley to Matthews. Matthews walking out. He loses the puck. Boston, they're going to play this one up. And all the way down the ice, it's going to miss the net. And with 44.4 seconds to go, it's a 3-2 Boston lead. Toronto had a chance. Nylander took a shot and it bounced off Heinen and Coyle did not get through to the net. They can jump on this right off the draw. Thank you for coming in for the conclusion of this game. Again, if you're not yet subscribed, hit to that subscribe button. We'd love to have you around for more hockey. Timeout, Toronto. So they're going to take a timeout. They're going to try and craft a play here. While they're on a timeout, let's review the out-of-town scoreboard. It's 4-3 Detroit over Montreal. 8 minutes left in the third period. 2-0 Senators over the Kraken. 2 minutes left in that game. Penguins and Flyers, they're in overtime. The Arizona Coyotes are up 2-0 over the Blues. 3 minutes left in the first period there. 8-1, the Stars whoop the Lightning. The Jets 3-1 over the Blackhawks. Rangers 4-3 over the Predators. The Islanders down the Panthers 4-3. And Carolina 6-2 over the Carolina Hurricanes. Boston has the best goaltending tandem in the league again this year. We saw Boston do amazing things last year. They're continuing to do amazing things this year. 44.4 seconds left for Toronto to figure something out. What are they going to do off this draw? It's an empty net. And Marner kind of jumped the gun there, so Tavares gets waved out. Matthews comes in. Matthews has been very bad, but he wins that draw. Tavares gets it back to the line. Nylander with it. Nylander, cross-ice pass. Nylander gets it back. He's going to throw this one towards the net, and Ullmark sees that one coming through. Toronto was in front, but not a lot of traffic. Pasternak was going at, I can't see who that is. Pasternak was going at somebody in front of the net. And that Leaf player went back at Pasternak, and all of a sudden, a whole bunch of people grabbed everybody, and Pasternak is screaming at the official right now. Krista, it actually has not been that dirty of a game. Outside of one shift, it's been pretty good. So I think it's Marner right in front. Marner was there. So the couple of tips in front. Ullmark playing nice, playing well in front of the net. 34.1 seconds to go. Up, up, down, down. What's going on? 34.1 seconds to go here. Lots of time. 34 seconds, enough time for 2 people to subscribe. Put us to 90-55. Let's see it. So Tavares coming in to take the draw. So Pasternak goes off. Coyle comes on. Scramble draw. Yarncroc going to feed it back to the line. Back to Yarncroc. Yarncroc sending it down deep. Toronto can't control. They're chasing it around the boards. Boston steals it, and they kept in. Nice play at the line. Hurry up. 20 seconds to go. This shot travels wide. Nylander can't get there and keep it in. They got to tag up. Let's go. Nylander cycling around. Thank you guys so much.
Let's go.
Thank you, Kyle. Thank you. Hitting those subscribe. Driving towards the net. It's there. Shoot it, Marner. He passes it. They score. They score. They score. They score. 4.8 seconds left to go, and Toronto puts it in. There was a whole kind of, I don't even know what to explain it. There was so much going on in front of the net. They absolutely put this one in. I think Matthews is going to get credit for it. Tavares drove the net. Everybody was there. Yarncroc was there. Matthews is going to be the one who puts it in. Tavares driving through. Riley was there. Tavares was on his butt in front. Marner feeds it over to Matthews. Matthews puts that one in. Wow. Unbelievable. That was crazy. Monica, what's going on? That was insane. Holy cow. With 4 seconds left to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So they are reviewing it. They're doing a little review.
You got the touch.
And that is going to be Austin Matthews. So it is under review. So is it under review for goaltender interference? I'm not sure. So there's the wave. I'll let you guys do the wave. Hang on, let's see. So Lindholm knocks Tavares. Tavares actually tried to get away from the goaltender. It's a good goal. It's a good goal. Thank goodness. I thought they were going to call this one back. Holy moly, that made me nervous.
After reviewing the play, it was determined that the puck completely crossed the goal line. We had a goal.
Wow. Well, I guess I'm not going to bed yet. So they put a couple of ticks back on the clock. 5.7 seconds to go. Holy cow. This was crazy.
Holy cow!
Sammy has been slacking on the shots. 35 for Toronto. The buzzer goes, and wouldn't be a hockey game without some overtime. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, yet again, we are going to overtime. Overtime.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
All right, it's that time. Put your predictions in the chat. Who's scoring? Pick your players. Pick your players. In the meantime, your goal scorers so far. It was Pasternak from Carlo and Lindholm, Shattenkirk from Pasternak and DeBrusk, Matthews from Nylander and Knies, Domi from Robertson and Yarncroc, Frederick from Forbert and Geeky, and then Matthews from Marner and Tavares. And here we are, highest percentage of games beyond regulation. Toronto Maple Leafs have played 50% of their games this year in overtime or shootout. 50%. That's nuts. Kraken is 37.5, Boston 36.6. Not all in this season, but Toronto, holy cow, so many overtime games. It is wicked and wild, and thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe, putting us to 9060. Much love and appreciation for you all. Make sure your notifications are ticked because we'd love for you to come hang out with us for the next couple. All right, Matthews, Riley, Wall going to score in overtime? Probably not. Matthews for the Hattie, wouldn't that be something? Bucks, what's going on, Bucks? Champion member, 19 months. Bucks, thank you so much. Always good to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Hayden, isn't it wonderful time? Ho, ho, overtime. Isn't it wonderful? When the Leafs scored, I heard you all the way from where I am, John, probably. And I got the windows closed. Another OT. Here we go. Let's go. Knies. Ronald's calling Knies for it. Road Warrior in the house. 18 months. Road Warriors, thank you so much. Always appreciate you and our members. Sophie, Marner, Matthews for the trick. Oh, easy there. For the trick. Wouldn't that be something? Matthews getting the trick in overtime. Okay. So we got Kempf. Come on, cameraman. Go back to the wide shot. I know we got Kempf. Kempf, McCabe, and I can't see who's on the far side. Looks like Marner for Toronto. Scramble draw. Boston's going to come away with this one. McAvoy with it. Boston's going to play this one up. Boston has first possession. Boston cycling around. Pasternak with it. Pasternak coming in. Here they come. Desiree, thank you so much for the subscribe. Here comes Boston. They kind of lose it, rolling it off the puck. Marner can't get there. Let's Pasternak go right by him. Pasternak driving towards the net. Wall is there making a sharp save with McAvoy right in front. Mitchell Marner, shame on you. Mitch Marner pulled a Justin Hall and just totally backed away and let Pasternak walk right by him. And then he let him go and drive right towards the net. Bad play there by Marner. Good thing Wall was covering. Marner was actually talking to Kempf and didn't realize what was going on. Ray's calling Nylander for it. I think Leafs win back-to-back shootouts. That would be something. All right, we got a face-off. 4:33 to go in OT. Boston going to win this draw. They bring it back to the point. Tavares on now. Boston going to back it all the way up. McAvoy, he's still with Pasternak. Going to play it to Pasta. Here comes Pasternak. He's going to carry it right in. Cutting towards the net with a shot. That's going to go up and out of play. So we're going to get another face-off in the Toronto zone. Marner played the last game. He's not playing good today. You know, he played really well the last game. Definitely not playing well today. He's played okay, but just some decisions that make you go, Thank you all so much hitting that subscribe button. Appreciate ya. We're 5 likes away from 200 if you haven't hit that like yet. Give that like a click as well. Put us up over 200. Another win for Boston. Here's a shot and another stop by Wall. And there's Marchand in front with a little spray to the goaltender. And of course, they come right up, and as Marner and the other Leaf player come to Marchand, Marchand gives a little shot to the chest. So Boston trying to be that little agitator. It was McCabe. McCabe gives a little hand on the chest to Marchand. Marchand gives a shot right back. So Marshy having some words. His mouth doesn't stop moving. So Boston getting set. Toronto needs to win a draw here. Matthews finally wins a draw. McCabe going to get it over to Matthews. Matthews has Nylander. Matthews, he's being watched closely. Now he's going to create some space. Here comes Matthews walking in. Matthews, cross-ice pass. It hops over the stick of McCabe. McCabe in the corner has it taken away. Nice rush for Toronto, but it doesn't amount to anything. And here comes Marchand. Marchand is coming up. Little toe drag. Marshy walking in. Backhand. And that's going to be knocked down. Matthews is back with it, and he totally stopped skating. Now they're going to wait to set it up. I agree, Prep. I agree. What a fun thing you have going. Thank you so much, Robert. Appreciate it. Glad to have you along with us. Here's Matthews coming in. Matthews taking a look for Nylander. Now he's going to pass it over. Nylander's going to bring this one out. They're going to crisscross. Here comes Nylander walking in. He's going to toe drag. Nylander shoots. That one's going to go just wide. Nylander in the corner. He tried to shovel it back in front. Here's Riley all alone. Riley driving through. Can't get the shot off. Zaka had him covered. Riley stops. Nylander turns. They're going to put this in front for Marner, and he can't get it over. It's a breakaway for Boston. A breakaway all alone in overtime. They shoot. What a save. Rebound. They knock it out of the air. Wall makes the save. Marner actually knocked it away from Wall. Wall with two spectacular stops. And Marner kicked it free. And here's a breakaway for Nylander coming the other way. He shoots. And Yolmark makes the save. Boston coming back the other way. End-to-end breakaways. Here's Pasternak. Going to drop it between the legs to Pasternak. He shoots, and Wall's going to make the save. Unbelievable. Oh, oy vey. End-to-end action, back and forth, breakaway after breakaway. Nylander was gosh darn tired at the end, just had nothing left. Boston had the first chance. Wall made a great stop, and then they batted out of the air, and he had to come down. Wall had it covered, but then Marner thought Wall was going to play it, and he actually dug it out, and it gave Boston another chance. Nylander came the other way, tried to go between the blocker and the stick and the pad under the arm, and he just had nothing left at the end of his shift. And then Pasternak coming right back, and another great save by Wall. I haven't been updating the shots because it's been fast and furious. 37 shots for the Leafs, 32 now for Boston. Boston with control of the puck. They're going to back this one up. Boston starting to cycle it around. Here they come into the zone. Still with it. They're going to bring it right back out. They're going to have to tag up. The Go Leafs Go chants are breaking out at the Scotiabank Arena. Here comes Boston up on the move. DeBrusk's going to bring this one in. He's going to cycle around behind the net. Drops it all the way back. Here's coming in a shot. Wall has the save. He falls. He sits on it. And the official's going to blow it down. Wow. Boston certainly has had the better opportunities here in overtime. Canada, what's going on? Go Leafs go. Robertson for the win. Kyle, that would be awesome. Now Knies for the win. Wow, what an overtime. This has been a very exciting overtime. Both teams had some chances. Boston having the better of them. Again, wherever you're watching from, thank you so much. Make sure you follow or subscribe to the platform you're watching on. We appreciate you. 4-4 Red Wings in overtime now. A lot of OTs tonight. 2:11 left to go. We got Tavares on. Marchand and Coyle on for Boston. Nylander, Tavares, McCabe for Toronto. McCabe can't get there. Marchand plays it back. Marchand has it. McCabe's stick broke. McCabe goes down. Marchand walking to the net. Drives to the net and a nice play. McCabe has to go for a stick. Marchand going up on Nylander. Nylander trying to cut away from him. Marchand bumps the goaltender as he goes by. Oh, what a dirty player. Here comes Tavares in. He's got Riley with him. Tavares shoots. Blocker save there. Nylander far side. He's there to pick it up. He's going to dump it around as Marchand was on him. Boston going to pick this one up. They're going to play it back in their own end. 1:35 to go here in overtime. Boston switching up some players. Here comes Boston. They're going to cycle back again. Pasternak has it. He's going to drop it, leave it here for McAvoy. McAvoy going to turn and go. He's going to have it knocked away. Matthews with a quick stick. Great play. Matthews taking a look. He's going to head this one up to Riley. Riley, he's going to cycle back around. Matthews had already turned back. Now he's going to flip it over to Matthews. Matthews, he's going to cycle back. Matthews and Marner on the ice together. Matthews to Marner. Marner back to Matthews. 1 minute to go. Here comes Matthews. Matthews coming down the right side. Matthews, he stops. Everybody. Here's Marner. Marner walking out of the corner. Toe drag. He shoots. Backhand. Oh, and a great save by Allmark. How did he come up with that? It's loose. They're still digging. The ref hasn't blown the whistle. Now the ref blows the whistle with 47.8 seconds to go. Unbelievable. Wow. What a play. Allmark has been spectacular. Woo! What a great overtime. Kel, what's going on? Come on, Toronto. Yes, indeed. They've been playing hard. This has been a wild game. Rick, it totally feels like a playoff game. If you're just coming in and joining us, thanks so much for being here. We are in the midst of a wild finish here in overtime. And of course, hit that subscribe button below. We want you to come back. Toronto off the faceoff, puts it across to McCabe. He shoots. And a great save by Allmark, taking that in the pads. Toronto's 40th shot of the evening. That was something. Both goaltenders have been really, really good today. I know Wall has made some mistakes. Wall had some mistakes, but boy, he's looked good here in OT. Tavares in a take the draw. Scramble drops being held up in the skates. Nylander pulled it free. Nylander going in the corner. Wrapped around Tavares in on the forecheck, and Boston comes away with it. Here comes Boston. 2-on-1. Boston coming in. Flip pass just too far ahead of Zaka. Zaka sending it around. Tavares picks it up. 30 seconds to go. Here's Tavares giving it over to McCabe. McCabe seeing a lot of ice. We have not really seen Domi or Nick Robertson here in overtime. Here comes Nylander. Nylander. He's going to fall. Nylander falls. Marchand tied up Nylander. It's a breakaway. Boston coming in. Great save. Wall off Pasternak. Another shot. It's an open net and they score. It's that bastard Marchand who puts it in the empty net as Marchand tripped down Nylander. Boston wins it on a terrible broken play. Oh my God, what a horrendous way to finish such a spectacular hockey game. Nylander had it, and Nylander was taken down. He was waiting for the change, trying to get going, and I don't know if he fell on his own or Marchand helped him, but Nylander and Marchand were tied up. Let's see. Nylander ties. He gets taken down. He actually held up Marchand. Pasternak went in, made a great play. Wall was caught out of position, but nobody picks up Marchand on the back check. And out of all the players to empty it into the net to win this game, it had to be Marchand. Oh, of all the people. Yikes. What a finish. Boston ends this one in overtime. Yikes. That is too bad. Let's have a quick conversation of what went down. Let's go to the locker room. With 6 seconds left in regulation, the Boston Bruins put it away and get it done. 4-3 is the final, your goal scorers. It was the first period was Pasternak. Pasternak opened up the scoring. Then it was Shattenkirk, followed by Matthews, Domi, Frederick. Matthews for his second, and just now, in overtime, Brad Marchand puts it away. An OT loss is better than regulation. Yes, that is true. Oh, but God, it had to be Marchand. Your overall stats for this hockey game: 40 shots by Toronto, 37 for Boston. Boston with the better OT. They had 11 shots in overtime. Toronto only had 5. Toronto wins the faceoff percentage, 54%. That's good. Only 1 penalty apiece. That was pretty wild. 0 for 1 Boston, 0 for 1 Toronto. Mallory, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Appreciate it. Coffee and Scream, you called it. There you go. Pretty darn close. Pretty darn close. 39 hits for Toronto, 43 for Boston, 19 block shots Toronto, 17 for Boston, 13 giveaways, 17 takeaways for Toronto, 9-5 for the Maple Leafs. Ian, thank you so much. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Something we have to do, even though we don't want to do it when they lose, but we still have to do it.
And now, the 3 stars of the game.
The 3 stars of today's game. Well, let's take a quick little peek here. Gosh, I don't want to give either of them stars, but I think I have to. Well, you know what? Even though Marchand got the game-winning goal in overtime, he's not getting a star today. He's not getting a star today. Why? Because it's my show, and I say so. We're going to give the 3rd star of the night. Sorry, Austin Matthews. I know you had 2 goals, but you did not have a good game. Star tonight, the 3rd star is going to Max Domi. Domi picking up his first goal of the game. He only played 12.5 minutes. He had 3 hits, 2 shots. He was a +1 and had his big goal. Star number 2 today is going to go to the netminder, Linus Ullmark. He played unbelievably well, 36 of 39 saves, but really Toronto should have blown this game wide open. Ullmark was absolutely spectacular. Maria, how's it going? Welcome in. And your number 1 star tonight, unfortunately, I gotta say it, David Pastrnak. Pastrnak with 3 points, a goal and 2 assists. Pastrnak absolutely was stellar and instrumental tonight for the Boston Bruins. He was a +3. He played 23 minutes of ice time, had 10 shots on net. So Pastrnak is getting the number 1 star. Jared, thank you so much. Listen, you can't win them all. Apparently you can go to overtime for every game. At least they get a point, but it was an absolutely spectacular back and forth game. Toronto was up, they were in it, then they sucked, they were quiet, then they came back, they tied it at the end, they gave us some excitement. If they could only play the way they play at their highs for longer periods of time, it would be okay. not in my books, Len. Not in my books. Thank you so much, Cats. Appreciate it. This was a whole lot of fun. Again, make sure you check back. We're going to have a live hockey top coming up soon, followed by more hockey next week. Of course, Leafs in the Sens on Thursday, followed by the Leafs and the Preds on Saturday, 1 week from tonight. So thank you so much, mods. Appreciate you all for hanging out, doing what you do, keeping the chat safe and moving for all of us. Thank you to our channel members. We appreciate our channel members so much. The investments you make in us allows us to do more and more with this stream each and every time. Last but not least, thank you to our gifters today. Richard, appreciate it. Prep, John, thank you all so very much for supporting the channel through super chats and gifted memberships. Appreciate it. If you are brand new to the channel and you've hit that like today, you hit that subscribe, or maybe you were just watching along to get an idea for what we do, thank you for giving us a chance. I hope you enjoyed today's show. I know I certainly did. From all of us here at the Samwelb12 Experience family and community, we thank you. We'll see you again real soon. For now, it's time to go rest. Have a great night, everybody. Go Leafs, go. They'll be back, and so will we. Take care.